Hello and welcome to another one podcast.
We have a Patreon. It's one of the best Patreons in the game.
By best, it's more of us.
Hundreds of hours of content. There's specials on there.
Three
specials. 2 live shows. It's one of the best Patreons around. You won't regret it. Sign up. £3 a month. That's all it fucking is.
I can't promise you it's one of the best or the most valuable, but if you enjoy us,
I think it is.
It's the only way to guarantee this carries on.
Yeah, that's yeah.
So
Genuinely.
It's up to you. Would you like this podcast to carry on? If the answer to that question is yes, then why not part with 75p a week by signing up to our Patreon?
Patreon.com/another one podcast. Sign up to it. You don't even have to enjoy the content that's on there.
You don't even have to watch it.
No.
Just
sign up.
75p a week,
yeah,
so that you get your public episode every week, guaranteed. Because if it drops below a certain level, it will stop.
75p a week.
The minute this costs us money again, it's gone.
Yeah, and it's
barely even.
So, please,
for the love of God,
please now. It's beyond a joke now. There's only one podcast that needs the money, and that's ours. We're absolutely brassic, and we've got the most outgoings, like dependents.
Another one.
What's happening? Welcome to episode, either 132 or 133, because we've got 132 in the can, but we might not put it out, because it was so shit. It was so bad. Kyle was lying on the floor, throwing up. Me and Wazzy were trying to hold conversation. It was terrible. Welcome to episode 132. With me today, guest host, Adam Staunton. Stepping in Wozniak's shoes. Could be a permanent fixture. Let's see how it goes. Jamie Allen.
Yeah,
most capped.
Most capped. The Gareth Barry of
thought you'd be first host as well. This feels a little bit like Van Dijk and Trent Alexander-Arnold. Van Dijk got the captaincy before Trent. It's upsetting.
Long overdue, actually. I've not been on the pod for maybe a year.
Really? That long?
Yeah.
Fuck.
You think Trent should be captain over Van Dijk?
No, because he was scousing that, everyone assumed he was just going to skip Van Dijk and go straight to Trent last summer. And then, even though Van Dijk was vice captain.
And even though he's captain of the national team, of his national team.
Yeah. Right, do you think you need to be captain that?
No, but I think the two. If you've got the captain of a national team in your club, you should take that into account if you're choosing a club captain.
Are you forgetting Scousers?
Go on.
Well, you know what we're like.
Yeah.
So the fact that Trent Scouse immediately, he's one of us. He needs to be.
Yeah, but is Van Dijk not one of our own?
Yeah, in a sense, but you know what we're like.
This is running all falls down.
You know what we're like. Just because Trent's Trent.
Yeah.
And he's a Scouser. Scouser needs to be leading the team, which is why I think he ended up being vice captain over Mo Salah.
So who was captain before last season? Or Jordan Henderson?
Yeah, Jordan Henderson and Jimmy Milner. They both went.
Right.
So everyone was like, well, vice, because Virgil was like third vice. He wasn't even vice. Right.
Yes, we need to do that now. This 4 captains business. Yeah. It's fucking.
We have a committee apparently.
It's shit.
We have captain's committee.
Yeah, we have like a captain's committee.
Quite cute, that.
It's Virgil, Trent, Salah, and someone else. Yeah. There's like a captain's committee. It's like, that just seems mad.
No Robertson.
But you need one toxic person in that club though.
Yeah.
Like in that little group.
Well, I remember when I played Sunday League, we had 2 captains. We had a club captain, a team captain, and a vice captain. And I was the team captain, and the club captain, Ismail was shagging the manager. So,
is the club captain basically like?
Whoa! What a shout for the other team though at the matches.
Did you guys know that? Did you know that at the time?
Clap.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
It was my uncle. So my uncle had left me auntie and was shagging his ma. So when I got made team captain and not club captain, I just was like, yeah, it's because he's shagging your ma, mate. I'm captain here.
That's so funny.
So that used to be like, whenever we won a trophy, we'd have to lift it together. Because I'd kick off and he didn't.
So I was terrible at football. My dad started a football team for me and my cousins that I couldn't make the team for, so I was on the bench for it. And then the following season, he started a second team, like a second 11.
Yeah.
And I couldn't make the team for that as well. I was on the bench for that. But if my enthusiasm matched my... If my abilities matched my enthusiasm, like I'd be...
Was you like Scott Carson?
I'd probably be a pro. Yeah, basically. Yeah, Scott Carson.
Yeah.
But it's embarrassing because it's my dad's teams. Like they were both. And the worst thing is, the first team was called Warrior Range Tigers, and the second team was called Warrior Range Cubs. Like to really differentiate that they were like the second team. And I couldn't get, and I was on the bench for that. And then
were you still on the bench for the first team? Is that all you've been?
No. I was in the second team.
Once you're in the second team,
and then I was on the bench for that. And then years later, I started coaching like kids around the area, and we were like really good. Like I was a good coach. Yeah. And like we like won the league by like I think like 3 weeks early kind of thing. We had that Liverpool season in 2019-20, but it wasn't COVID, so it counted more. And I remember when we at the presentation evening. I got so carried away that I forgot to send the captain up for the trophy. I went up for the trophy.
Like the fella from Tez in a full kid's kit.
I was like, fucking, fuck off.
I've waited years for this. Look at me now, Dad.
Take a photo.
Yeah. Are you proud of me now?
Put this in the paper.
That happened in Holland, didn't it, with that referee? You see, he like...
Oh, he celebrated with them.
He was a fan of the other team.
Yeah.
And he officiated the game and they won.
In a professional game?
Yeah, and he was celebrating with them afterwards, like lifting up the shield. Like,
what was it? Was like they got promoted or something?
Yeah, Dutch, like 3rd division or Dutch.
That is mental.
Yeah, he got fired.
Yeah, rightly so.
That is mental. Like,
Justice was done.
I think
that's like, but that's playing a long game though, isn't it?
I think it's impossible to be impartial. Like, you can't, like, yeah. I'm fully on board the City conspiracy now.
But also, like, I love a good hate watch as well.
Yeah.
So like I love hating the teams that I don't like.
Yeah.
Probably at the point now where I probably like enjoy that more than I do enjoy supplying my team. So like if I was a ref,
has it not gone too far for you now? So you still enjoy Man United's demise?
Yeah, 100%. No, but now it's like
that's gone too far for me now.
Nah, but no, I was happy when they won the FA Cup. Like I was wild, weirdly like sentimental, sentimentally I was like, nice.
Yeah, because it keeps them just relevant enough to carry on hating.
Yeah. I was like, that's nice.
Yeah. You enjoyed Burnley going down?
Yeah, immensely.
That
was nice. Yeah. And company fucking off was cute as well.
Yeah.
Has he officially gone to back? That's mental,
isn't it?
That is genuinely mental.
Why are they all turning that job down?
Why did he turn it down?
No, loads of people. The reason they got to company is because loads of people have turned that job down. And I would have thought, like, I get like it's a bit of a poison chalice in that they're expected to win every single season. Anything less than 2 trophies a season is
but the team's great, though, isn't it?
The team's great, and also like, surely they're paying more than any other team in Germany could pay. Yeah, and probably more teams and like outside the top 6 in England could pay. Like, I assume they're paying more than like Unai Emery gets at Villa.
Yeah,
presumably,
possibly. Yeah,
presumably. And also you get that thing where like, I would love to be a football manager who gets sacked every 6 months on a 5-year contract.
Oh, that's the
because like that's the thing about like you should never feel sorry for football managers that get sacked because they get their full contract paid out. Yeah. Like Mourinho must be the richest manager in the world because the amount of like times he's been sacked midway, quite early into a contract.
That's why they all go 2-3 years now.
And he only signs long contracts until recently.
Yeah. And like the last couple of years, it's all 2-3 years now because. It's like everyone's accepted. Listen, we're gonna sack you. So
yeah, and I'd be like,
let's not be silly.
Oh no, £10 million. Oh no.
Yeah,
that's my football manager career essentially in a nutshell. It's just like for half the season, try something, doesn't work, you're gone. No worries. I'll just reset the game.
I've never not done really well on Football Manager.
Yeah, I struggle sometimes. I have a bit of imposter syndrome.
Right.
In life, but also on Football Manager because I can't go in. I can't go in. And be like, oh yeah, I'll take over Liverpool. I have to go.
You work your way up.
I go, you're not ready yet. You need a Hamburg. You need
what you set your reputation as.
Respected,
right?
But not like
where you
like
from.
There's a bit of credit, but yeah.
Where you from?
I put New Zealand, which is probably why I've got random. 2 half.
He's half New
Zealand. So I thought I might play. I'll play into that.
I didn't know that.
Because it might because it might offer me, the opportunity to manage the national team, which I've done, but you end up simulating.
He's bored.
New Zealand's the greatest player of all time, plays for Blackburn.
Ryan Nelson. Yeah. And I wanted to bring this up actually. I sort of manufactured this conversation because
he's done it for you now.
Have you seen the Venky's chicken advert?
Yes, I have.
Where they all do the.
Yes, I have.
And then they tuck into some chicken,
yes,
and then Ryan Nelson's best bit of acting, he goes.
Yep.
And then runs out.
It's one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Oh, mate, it's phenomenal.
I've seen Blackburn Rovers play football.
It's so good.
So
it's Morgan Gams Pedersen, Ryan Nelson,
David Dunn.
And they're all sort of laughing.
Like club legends.
Yeah.
With chicken.
Yeah.
Cooked chicken.
It's like peri-peri chicken. You know what you get of like Pepe's? It's like that.
But they all gather around in a circle and they go, and then took it.
Why took it to some holy chicken?
Where's that before?
For Venki's?
For Venki's, yeah.
Yeah, where's Venki's? India?
India, yeah.
So why are they doing the sound of the cross?
Because they were getting ready for a game, as in they're getting ready for a game.
Yeah, like
as in, right guys, ready for a game, let's go out there. Right. And then it's like, actually, they're ready for chicken.
Are they kitted up? Like,
full kit. Yeah.
That enhances the joke.
Dressing room.
Sure.
Sounds great.
And there's a guy who just walks out, walks out and goes.
Yeah, and there's a bit where they're like, oh, what's over there? And someone looks and someone takes the chicken off him. There's all that. It's all that.
Dropping a shoulder.
It's all like proper A-level student directing.
Yeah.
Right.
Nice.
Because there's always been a rep for like, we all remember the I wasn't born, but like the Southgate Pizza Hut thing in Register, where it's like the benchmark for.
I remember that.
Yeah. And then there's the United one where there's like a bottle of wine. It's for a bottle of wine.
Bottle of wine.
And Wayne Rooney's in like the box at Old Trafford, and he goes, "They say he is feared." And then it cuts to like Ryan Giggs, and he goes like, "Wait, he is coming." And then it's just this dragon that appears, and it turns into a bottle of wine. It's one of the worst things I've ever seen.
What's that for, like Chinese New Year or something?
Casaliero del Diablo or something like that. And then there's one for Independence Day, the sequel, where Juan Mata, Wayne Rooney, and another player are all shooting aliens.
Why have you seen these?
Have you seen the Messi one today?
No.
With Will Smith and Martin Lawrence for Bad Boys.
God.
So it's the first time Messi's ever spoken English in his, or that we've seen publicly speak English ever. And he's knocked on the door, and Will Smith and Martin Lawrence have opened the door, and they've gone, oh, it's him. And he's gone, Bad Boys? In a Spanish, in a very Argentinian accent. Bad Boys? Bad Boys? And it's like, why? And now I just want him to win the Oscar, because I'm like, there's Messi in it.
And best lisp
give him the Oscar d'Or. They created a category for him, best cameo. Give him a Grammy or something. Remember when the Queen died and they wanted to win a BAFTA for that Paddington thing?
Yeah.
I was like, shut the fuck up. This country's not serious.
Well, yeah. I feel like that's, there's a tweet going around about Scousers have all suddenly realised how the rest of the country felt when the Queen died and how Klopp's fucked off.
Yeah,
because we had the whole like parade for Klopp leaving, filled the stadium, filled 8,000 people for a goodbye interview.
Wow.
He was the queen of our hearts.
Yeah.
Queen of the city, mate.
I like Klopp. I can say that now he's gone. Oh, actually, this is one thing I wanted to bring up with you. Why did you guys put a statue of me outside Anfield this week?
What's this?
There was a statue of me outside Anfield this week.
I haven't seen it.
Why have we done that?
I don't know. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Where is it?
I think it was supposed to be of Klopp, but he looked very much like me.
Is it like a Paddy Power thing?
No, so there's a statue of Klopp outside, and I don't know. So I don't know if it's an official thing. Probably not a club.
It's not an official thing,
right?
Yeah.
So someone's put a statue outside, and so everyone's gone.
It'll be a Paddy Power thing,
maybe. And then everyone's gone, wow, they put a statue of Harold Shipman outside Anfield, and I was like, could also be me.
Yeah, there's key rings of Klopp that look just like Harold Shipman as well.
Yeah, could be me as well. Though.
What?
I put my glasses on, which I haven't got on me.
Is he your favourite serial killer? People have favourite serial killers, don't they?
He looks like him.
Your award winners, your Bundys, your Dharmas, your Gacy's, they're very much the Beatles of the serial killer generation.
Right. Is that yours then?
No, I don't. There was a period when it.
Is there an indie one? Is there?
There's another album.
Guys.
You know about the Korean guy from the 70s.
Yeah. There's this Scouse one who's not officially a serial killer, but sort of sneaks in.
Yeah,
he's my favourite.
How many do you need to be a serial killer? Like, how many kills is it? Is it
3? Isn't it?
More than 3, surely.
It's 3, but it can't be.
3's a hobbyist.
No, it's 3, I think.
Depends how you do it, because like you like some people get a lot of medals, and you're like, are they great? But then you get someone who wins like 3 trophies, but you're like, but how did they win them though? Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
Like no one thinks Phil Neville's one of the greatest players of all time because he's one of the shed.
Yeah, go in. Knock on the door.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you want me to show you that on?
No, I'll figure it out. You showed me last time, didn't you?
Here's a phone call that's a
Yeah. It's the code then, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I only know it when I'm down there.
Yeah, it's the code. Then I've got it written on my phone.
You hear it go beep, and then stop.
We sound. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'll make sure. See you in a bit.
Thank you.
That was better than Messi's cameo on Bad Boys.
I should leave that in. I would have cut that out.
Please leave that in. That would be great.
Yeah, and it's three kills for a serial killer. But he can't be in the space of can't be a spree.
Because if you're in the army and go bang, 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 serial killer,
it's a spree, innit? It's a spree. So there's a Scouse fella who is become a serial killer in prison for killing nonces.
In prison?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's like it's a job
he's
you could
killed,
get.
He's killed 4 or 5.
Is that not national service?
Well, that's what I mean. Like, so obviously because he's Scouse, as soon as I heard that, I was like, yeah, best serial killers in the world. Just all the good guys.
Our city, our people.
Yeah.
Maybe fucking go. It means more when me do it.
That should be it. It means
more when we kill them. Like Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper could be Scouse, apparently. That's the one we're clinging on to. I love it, mate.
Yeah, I think there was the initial boom of
yeah, but none of us were there. We didn't see Jack the Ripper, did we?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We just heard about it.
There's rumours he was
we just heard about it.
It's like Pele's 1,000 goals.
Yeah, it's like Pele. We didn't watch it.
Yeah. Pele's 1,000 goals, 900 in the army.
Hey, you didn't see it.
Yeah, you weren't born, lad. You weren't born.
He's almost like to kill someone with gangrene.
Yeah, but my granddad told me stories. My granddad were there. He told me stories about it.
Serial killer was syphilis.
He were proper, not like these now. Sending letters.
They fight back in them days.
The Zodiac lad, they've never found him. They still haven't.
No.
Oh yeah, I think he's probably the GOAT.
He's
Zodiac Killer's definitely the GOAT.
That was so funny when Donald Trump said what's the Texans, the governor for Texas,
Ted Cruz.
Isn't your dad a Zodiac killer?
Yeah.
I used to laugh to get away with murder. Just said your dad is the Zodiac killer. I like everyone just got red with it, yeah, Sam. Yeah. But you can't say that. Fucking.
But then you can't go, well, he isn't, because he has not been proven, has it?
Prove he's not.
Yeah. No, he isn't. Well, I've heard he is, so I've got as much speculation as you have. He was the best, man. I do hope he comes back.
I tragically want him to come back as well.
It's just, while it's not happening to us, it's like the Liz Truss thing was just so funny. It's a bit like, you forget how horrific she was for them 40 days.
Yeah.
Oh, you think about the lettuce now?
I can't believe no one brought up the fact that she killed the Queen. You know, she visited the Queen and the Queen died the next day. Like, it is a bit sus.
Yeah.
Like, what did she... I'm not saying she was directly murdered or anything, but what did she say to her? Like, what happened in that room that meant the Queen died like 12 hours later?
I think she just give up. Like, this is the best.
When, look at us Liz's.
Do you watch The Crown?
Liz 1, Liz 2.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
You're like, we're the same Liz?
Yeah.
Like, 2 Liz's leading the country. And she was like, this is me. Yeah. Wow. If this is me, I'll kill myself now. Yeah. If this is what they think of me, I'll just kill myself.
I don't watch The Crown, no.
No, when I watch The Crown, apparently Liz takes the meeting of the Prime Ministers really seriously. And like, so when people say Liz killed her, it could have, because she really she hated Maggie Thatcher.
She could have been heartbroken.
She hated Maggie Thatcher.
Did she?
Yeah.
I think the saddest thing that happened in The Crown was giving Gillian Anderson the Maggie Thatcher role. Gosh, Gillian Anderson is great, and I'm sure she smashed it. But it's like, Thatcher didn't deserve that.
Hadn't Gillian Anderson already done it though? That's why. Mm-hmm. Wasn't Gillian Anderson in the movie as well?
No, Meryl Streep.
Oh, Meryl Streep.
I'm saying Thatcher didn't deserve Gillian Anderson playing her, is what I'm saying.
Right, yeah. She was very good as well.
Why didn't Thatcher deserve Gillian Anderson playing her?
Because Gillian Anderson's amazing.
Right.
So it should be someone like
and Thatcher's
horrible.
So Thatcher should have had a terrible actor playing it.
Or just not someone that attractive.
Yeah. It should have been like Bianca from EastEnders or something like that.
Someone like that, yeah.
Yeah, it should have been a soap star.
Yeah.
Someone that you don't lose love for.
Someone with an A-level grasp of acting, so you can laugh at her more effectively.
I am not for turning.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm
now.
not? For turning. And then they do that thing where they pause a bit too long before they exit the scene, like they do in Hollyoaks. Okay.
That when David Cameron met the Queen, to take over, he described that she was purring when he met her. He went, how did your meeting go with the Queen? He went, yeah, she was purring.
Does that mean something in posh that we don't know?
But like, not that she could have
been into him or into it?
Yeah, but like because when you get elected, don't you have to say you have to have permission
You asked for permission to bring Parliament.
and he obviously
together,
must have made a good impression that she was like.
He brought her some treats.
Yeah,
Tickled her into the chin.
Still a weird thing to say about an old woman.
Yeah.
though.
How did it go?
Yeah.
She was purring. No one. Yeah.
That's a weird thing when they say about someone at any age. What would be the weirdest age? Would it be weird to say it about an old woman or a 10-year-old?
What, they were pairing.
How was your niece? She was great. She was pairing.
Yeah, that might be worse.
There's something
I think that might
sexual
be
about
worse.
it, isn't there? You're like,
There's pairing. It
I'm
is.
not sure what it is.
It implies I'm giving you satisfaction in some way.
Yeah, like
I've never heard anyone say that in any context apart from.
I've never, and it makes me feel
Like I know what it
comfortable
means,
now.
but I'm like if you went on a date with someone, I'd like, how did it go? She goes, yeah, she loved it. She was purring. I'd be like,
Oh.
I'd be like, all right,
What, you were stroking it?
what the
Like,
fuck are you on about?
If you said your car was pairing, I'd be okay. I can roll with that.
Yeah.
Yes.
But a woman
Yeah.
pairing? No. Not for me.
no.
How would you describe, what would your equivalent of pairing be if you were talking to someone about a woman you got with?
You got with.
Yeah, whatever context
date
you're
with.
using pairing in. What would the normal equivalent be for that? She was giddy.
We all had a great time.
There we go.
A
We all
great
had a
time was
great
had
time.
by one and all.
That's some with PR training there. I wonder what I don't know how you what I still don't understand fully what it means. I get what he's trying to say.
I think
She was
really delighted to meet me. Sort of
Yeah,
thing,
and she was really happy that I was Prime Minister.
She's excited about the whole thing.
Yeah,
but like,
yeah.
If it, I don't know what if it was Blair. Or
Like buzzing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
a posh way of saying buzzing.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yes.
maybe that's
Buzzing.
what it is,
Maybe,
yeah.
yeah.
There we go.
I did a.
Yeah.
She was buzzing, mate.
Yeah,
I did it.
There we go. It's the posh way of saying she was buzzing.
yeah,
She's
yeah,
pairing.
buzzing,
yeah,
yeah.
she was buzzing.
I did a
Yeah.
gig for one of his.
One of his.
Well, no,
Cameron.
it makes it sound like I didn't know
Pigs?
it was for his charity.
Oh,
Pigs.
charity. Oh, okay.
And
what was the
a
charity?
charity he was a part of drove Harry Stacchini down to Oxford.
What's the charity?
Oh, it was for paying nurses to go into homes like palliative care. kind of
Right.
thing.
Very specific, isn't it?
Yeah. So it was sort of like I don't know if it was like private nurses or anything, but nurses would go into people's homes who couldn't
Right. So it was
look
for,
after themselves.
it was for paying for palliative care in your home
Yeah.
rather than going to hospital.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And
I get it.
Someone else wipes your ass.
For who?
He's I don't know, he's a lovely guy now. He owns a canal boat now.
Cameron.
Paul Savage.
No.
Who-
Sorry, that wasn't like that. No, just like
You'll mention loads of people, and so it was David Cameron's charity.
Yes, I drove
Yes.
Harry Skinny down,
Yes.
but the guy went. Well, Harry went. This guy's lovely, and he was lovely. He goes. He runs loads of gigs.
Promoter then.
And,
Yeah.
and if you gig for him, I guarantee you'll get. And I went. Oh, I met him, and he went. Lovely to meet you, mate. This is the last gig I'm doing. I'm retiring. So I was like, fantastic.
Wow. Haven't seen your set.
3 hours.
If this like the Queen, you were his Liz Truss. If this is the best I can book, fuck it.
Yeah, wow. You
This is
live
before I'd been on.
Oh,
And
so
I don't do
funny.
it anymore. I did this. I had a bit where David Cameron was like the butt of the joke,
Yeah.
and
Calm down,
I
James.
don't know,
Satire.
bit risky,
Yeah.
risky. And
In his own charity as well.
I didn't know until they'd. So I said that, and they went, "Look, got nothing." And I went, "All right, some fans in then," and they went, "Oh, actually, he's the patron saint of the." So he's
Not the saint's patron.
Saint of palliative care.
It's Florence Nightingale.
Yeah.
The antithesis of.
Angel Cameron.
He said, yeah, he's the main patron of the charity.
Yeah.
And I went, and then I went, what is the charity? And then it's
Then
like a
you
double,
went,
yeah. So I was like, can I just say, I love him. I really like. I mean, we've all left our daughter in the pub, haven't we? We've all done that. I love West Ham.
We've
Like,
all fucked a pig's head.
and it was just
For the laugh.
really impossible to sort of. And there was a buffet afterwards, and I had to line up to get food in front of.
You didn't have.
Over-
You could have knocked the
No, but I was hungry. I didn't want to get anything.
He done it.
Yeah.
But I was hungry
yeah.
and I'm poor.
And
So
they were like, they were really lovely about it. In like a couple of weeks after I got a message off someone, oh yeah, it was fine. But in the heat of the moment, it was a bit like, I didn't know that. I didn't know. I didn't do any recon. I didn't know that I was.
I just thought that giant poster of his face was for a laugh.
Yeah, it's
Decoration, you know?
It is hard. It's a hard line with charity gigs, though. You never know what you can do.
But it wasn't anything like I didn't like. Oh yeah, he's a.
I remember.
Politics, though, is a thing that will instantly divide.
I
It's like footy, isn't it?
I was doing a fundraiser for an orphan charity, and it was like a family-friendly show. So they're like just loads of kids running about. It's horrible. It was a tough gig to do. And,
that's a weird one, family-friendly show for an orphanage.
They do that a lot in the Muslim community. So you get like...
Let's show them what he could have had.
Well, this is the thing. So there's a kid sat in the front row on his own. So the kid sat in the front row on his own. I knew it was going to be tough. Yeah. So I went, do a bit of light back at the start. I just went, it's just one of the kids we're fundraising for. Mate, not happy. Whoa. People were not happy. His mum kicked off.
Oh,
she was not happy.
His guide dog started barking.
She was not happy about it. Wow. She's not happy about it.
Listen, we need to raise funds for them. Don't dare say we could be one of them.
And I was like, I just thought we were having a bit of banter.
I don't want once.
Hey, look, your kid can't take the banter.
I don't want to like Wigan or Lee. And basically, I was the most experienced open spot there. So that meant I was headlining.
Yeah.
So everyone else went on 5 acts, all had a nice time. And before we bring you on, it was fundraising for someone going through cancer treatment or something like that. Before we bring you on, we're just going to bring a sister up to have a little speech. So a sister gets up, and halfway through, a sister brings up their cancer with like baldy heads, like what the scarf over her head sort of thing, who then gives a speech like thanking everyone.
Are people crying?
I'm going to fight this. Everyone's crying.
Yeah, of course.
Everyone's crying.
I'm almost crying.
Yeah. Like, I'm going to fight it. Thank you all coming together. What a great community and stuff like that. And if I do die, at least I'm happy to be proud to be from this place and all that sort of thing. And then,
That's
hey, should we bring on your last act for the evening? I was like, I've literally been going 7 months. Like, if that. I was like, here we go. And I was like, I didn't know what to do. This just went right into me set. And everyone was just like,
when's your scarf?
Not having this.
What would you do today? Exact same scenario.
I think the opening bit was about being bald as well.
Right.
So it was a bit like, but I hadn't gone bald at that point. It was how much I'm hating going bald. This woman completely bald, just been on stage.
So if you had to do that today, exact same scenario, there's 5 open acts, 5 inexperienced acts, that's happened. Yeah. And now he's a headliner, but it's you now.
Yeah.
What would you do?
How would I deal with it now?
Yeah. Exact same scenario. Exact same build up and intro.
I think the first thing I'd do is first thing I'd do is go on stage and accuse her of not being on cancer.
Right. Yeah.
Like, straight away being like, I don't even think she's got it.
I didn't know he was going to say that.
Like, you've all been had off. Like, I had an auntie who did this once with a GoFundMe.
Tax fraud.
Yeah, just like straight away. Because it's so clear she had it because she was bald with a scarf on and all that.
Just say you want money for your gas bill.
Yeah.
I suppose
that's some commitment to the bit. I've got cancer as well. Like, where's mine?
I suppose you could go down the line of like, how'd you top that? Like, you got like, you could be a bit like sort of playful with it, where you could say like,
yeah, how'd you top that?
You got to know who you are.
Yeah, I haven't been going 7 months. I've not had a round of applause yet. Like, you could. There's an element of like, oh, yeah, that's all right. But yeah, to be like me as well.
Yeah, good act, but with the jokes.
Yeah.
It's all 10 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I did a gig for a mental health charity, and I just pretended that I had a mental health problem. That got them to like me straight away.
Really, just made one up.
Yeah. So I've also had bipolar disorder for a couple of years, and then just did me set. It's like, yeah,
that's a nice one.
They believe me.
Did you ever do the Karen's Diner?
No.
Gigs?
No, I didn't know they had them. Where they make the waitresses go out and sing?
No, Karen's Diner's where the Purposely Horrible.
Oh, that one. I'm thinking of another one.
I think Freddie had a couple, and then Kyle booked one as well.
Yeah.
So what did they heckle you?
Well, I turned up and I pulled the push door, and she went, and I went, I'm one of the acts, and she went, I'm really sorry. I was like, no, don't. I was like, no, don't drop the facade. Like,
keep it going.
Keep it up. Oh, I'm really, really, really sorry about that.
God, how easy was it to make a break a character?
But once she'd done that, I was like, oh, the mask's like.
I think it must be quite hard work doing that.
Oh,
keeping that switched on all day long must actually be really tough.
I think it'd be so easy
for you.
Right? Yeah.
But I think if you're just trying to do a job, if you just need a job, and they love you, and that's what you got to do, and you're a normal person, you're not fucking. Stupid. You're not one of us, innit? You're a normal civilian. Yeah. And you're just going to get a job, and you have to do that all day. And not everyone who goes in knows what's going on. And then you got someone who's bought their granny for a laugh.
Yeah.
And you see that bit in her eyes where she's going, "Oh, why are you talking to me like that?" You'd be like, "Oh no, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't mean it. I
I
don't
get what
mean
you
it."
mean. Well,
I will have a heart attack right now.
I think it wouldn't be long before that just takes over.
Yeah, do you reckon like then it'd be hard to switch it off?
Yeah, then like teachers, like I don't know if you ever dated a teacher or been like around them for too long and eventually start talking to like one of the kids and you're like,
really?
No, you have to remember, I'm not one of the kids.
That's so funny.
And it's like, it's just after a while, they like just go straight back into class. And you're like, no, we're not in school. And they're like, oh yeah, sorry. I have to remind themselves not to. I imagine that's what like dating someone.
I have this problem actually where I deal with everything like it's a heckle. Like as soon as someone disagrees with me, that part of my brain switches on.
Yeah,
where I have to deal with hecklers, and I'm like, I've got to stop doing it.
Yeah, like that. I'm still, mine's not with heckles, but mine's I see everything as a challenge.
Yeah.
So when someone's trying to be funny with me, I feel like they're doing it just because I'm a comic.
Yeah.
So like even like my dad, and like my dad thinks. I think I told this in another podcast, like on a different. My dad thinks it's hilarious to ask the question: would you rather walk in on your son giving a blowjob or your daughter giving a blowjob? Now he thinks that's the height of humour. I think it's hilarious. Right. And then I've ruined it for him, and he hates me because I've ruined it for him because he asked me thinking, and I saw it as a challenge. I'm like, right, well, I'm going to comic this. I'm going to completely break it down and ruin it for him. So I was like, well, how good of a job are you doing? And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, well, how good of a job are you doing? And he's like, I don't know. I was like, well, they're doing a great job. Then I'd rather walking on my son. And he's like, well, why? And I was like, well, if my daughter is doing a good job, that implies she's done it a lot. I said, which means that she's probably had a lot of sex, a lot of one night stands. Whereas my son, I imagine he immediately knows what he likes and what he wants to be doing. I said, so if I work on my daughter doing it and she's doing a good job, then immediately that's my fault. I've fucked up.
I'm sorry, son. I'll never ask you a question again.
Yeah, he literally was like, "You've ruined that for me. Like, why have you done this? Why have you had to do it? What do you think he said? Why have you had to comedy it? Why have you had to stand up it? Why have you had to do that?" I was like, because it's a shit thing anyway. You've asked me. I'm not going to stand there and go, "Oh, I'm walking on me." Like, so immediately he was like, "Oh, you've ruined that. You've ruined that for me now."
I was at a funeral yesterday, and someone came over to me and they went, "Oh, you the." And like, you get me like, and they were like, I love your food blogs. And I went, I think you got the wrong guy. He goes, oh, sorry. No, he genuinely thought I was some food blogger from Birmingham. He goes, no, what he said was, anyway, good to eat around here. And I just took it at face value, and I went, oh, I'm not, as in Luton, and I went, oh, I'm not from here. And he went, no, it's not, just because you do the reviews in it. And I went, sorry, what? And then he goes, the food blogging. And I was like, nah, bro, you got the wrong person. So he obviously recognized my face from somewhere, like, disassociated with, but put it in something else. God. And then later, when we've gone back to the mosque, he's outside and there's a couple of other people there. I don't know any of these people. He's come up to me and he goes, he's gone, it fucking is you. I knew it was you. And then I got someone was standing there, someone who knew who I was, but who didn't know each other. Yeah. I go, oh, he thinks I'm a food blogger. And then the guy just looked at me and he went, yeah, he is him. Yeah, he is him. And I went, oh, fuck it, let's just play along. And then he took a picture with us. And then the other guy was with him, who also thought I was a food blogger, was like, don't you know him? He goes, oh, yeah, just the food stuff, yeah. He goes, I'm going to open a restaurant just so you can come and review the food. And I said, we just wouldn't take it. And then eventually he's going to go back now. I don't know who he thinks he's met. Yeah. But he was happy as Larry though.
Was you polite to him?
Yeah. He was dead happy about it. And I was like, but I don't know if I'd genuinely met a food blogger, like what food blogger would I need to meet for him to be that excited by it? Yeah.
I think it's the idea of just the fame. My dad met the Scouse Ghetto Gourmet, who's he's again a food blogger. Right. And he's just a Scouser. He goes and does TikToks about food. Yeah. And just basically everywhere's banging, everywhere's fit. Nowhere gets a bad review. But he's got loads of followers. And my dad was just made up when he met him. Like, we met the Scouse Ghetto Gourmet in the Mount Kircher. I was like, sound.
I asked him, would you rather walking on your son sucking a cock or your daughter? And he gave me a proper reply. I'm like, you gobshite. He just said me daughter straight away.
We were
when anyone recognises you, though, how do you deal with it? But when they don't know where you're from,
It's my favourite thing. But no, my favourite thing actually is when
I used to tell them we motorcon school together or something like that.
my favourite thing is when there's two people, one of them knows who you are, the other one has a Scooby.
Yeah.
And the one who knows you is like, oh, tell him what you're in. I was like, what do you want? I don't like. It's a really silly thing to ask me.
Yeah.
What do you just list my CV?
Oh, tell him you're famous, will you?
I started doing tens at the store in 2011. you don't remember that?
But they're like, whoa, really?
King Kongs in January 2011. So won that first goal. You don't remember that? No? Okay. Weird.
I love it. I know you. I'm like, yeah, maybe. Do you just start nailing people from Google? Where do you live?
What was seen you in? I don't know what you've seen.
What school do you go to? And I just immediately, I will never say I'm a comedian. I just go, yeah, what school do you go to? No, I'm from Bootle, not from Anfield. I don't know, mate. Like, I just start naming people from where they're.
Yeah, I never tell them.
I would never go.
If they don't know, if they can't place me, I never help them out.
No, I'm the same.
We were out a couple of months ago in Liverpool. Me, Callum, Oakley, Dean, Coughlin and Kyle, and there were these two lads who were like part of a stag do, but they were like at the bar and they kept like nudging each other, going like pointing at us, and I was like, "Oh, I'll go on then." Here we go. And they came over and he went, "Look, I told you, it's them. It's Callum Oakley, Dean Coughlin, Kyle Legacy. Sorry." Went,
sorry, that's great.
I went, oh, James, I'm like, dude, some guest on the podcast they do, and it's just stand up, is it? And then he's like, no, I do know who you are, mate. It's just because of your hair was a bit longer. I was like, yeah, whatever, pal. Anyway, could you take the photo? Yep, no problem. Yeah. That's absolutely fine. There you go. But just the way he it was like in the office. He goes, "You want to go lose your job?" He just went, boom, boom. Sorry. Like,
yeah.
Lovely stuff.
If I ever go to a match with Row, I hear people know who I am, but just don't care. But made up to meet Row. Hey, Robert, I think your boss as well. And then just fuck off. Can I have a picture? Can I have a picture with Row? They go, I think your guy as well. Then just fuck. Like, you don't do you? You don't. You clearly don't give a fuck about me whatsoever. Don't lie to me. Just pretend you don't know who I am. It's better if you don't know who I am than you go, just
as mate. Yeah. Just Adam's mate.
Yeah. It's fucking horrible.
That happened in Edinburgh as well. Me and Tom Lawrence doing a gig. And guys, that was fantastic. I must get your Instagram. What's yours? Tom went, Tom Lawrence. Thanks, guys. James out, sweet.
But it's like if you meet your football team, there's like 2 or 3 of them that you really want to meet.
Yes. Yeah.
The rest of them, you're like, good to see you guys as well.
Yeah. Well, when I was 8, I cunted off David James doing the same way.
Right.
I regret it every day now. Now it happens to me.
I met David James recently. He's there's something there.
Something there.
Yeah.
Oh, like autism.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just so famous that he just can't be asked being normal.
I think he's past that now.
But we were doing this.
Yeah.
And there was something there. There was definitely something there. It was dead nice. Very nice.
Just wasn't aware what was going on.
But there was a lot that was like he was going into things.
Yeah.
Where you're like, He was talking, and I was literally going this. Interesting.
You had him on the scale in your head.
Yeah. I was listening to what he was saying. I was like, this is very interesting what's happening right now.
This is very
wonder if he knows.
Pin the goalie on the spectrum.
Yeah.
He was a model for a bit, wasn't he, in the 90s?
He's a handsome.
He was good. He's
a handsome lad.
Armani, wasn't he?
Yes.
I mean, when I met him, I was like, this is a handsome man.
I was
like 45 or whatever.
I met Pepe Reina, and I was like that.
Oh.
I was like,
really?
Yeah, I met Pepe Reina.
I wouldn't have pegged him as a classically handsome.
I wouldn't have, but then I met him, and he was
but
like,
would you peg him?
I guess he's got the Bruce Willis thing about him, hasn't he?
He's so broad.
Yeah, there's that.
So broad, so like smooth, tan bald.
Yeah.
And it's like, because when you see him, you don't expect him to be as tall as he is. He's got like bald keepers. You don't immediately think, "Oh, must be small."
When I saw Guy Neville in the flesh,
yeah,
God was fucking hench.
Yeah.
And you know when you watch football, you like you think he's one of the scrawny ones, isn't it? Yeah. And then I met him, and I was like, "This is a good 10 years ago as well." I didn't meet him; I saw him.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Fuck, this guy's hench."
Yeah.
Big athletes, isn't it? And so when you're watching it, you got to remember it's all relative.
Yeah.
But compared to like the average bloke,
that's it. When he put his arm around me, I think I must have been 18, and I was like, "Oh, this feels great."
This is a real mouse.
I felt so safe.
Finally.
And like I met him Steve Finnan, and who was the other one? There's someone
Did
else.
Steve Finnan go
Robbie
to
Keane.
Blackburn?
He went to Portsmouth, then Espanyol.
Right.
I don't know what I'm
Sorry.
thinking of then.
Yeah, then Robbie Keane as well. Robbie Keane was sound. Steve Finnan, silence.
Yeah.
Exactly what you'd expect if you know anything about Steve Finnan now.
Yes.
Pepe Reina, like a Greek god, just fell in love with him. And another time I met Chris Kirkland once as well, and he was horrific. And now every time he does his mental health thing on the telly, I'm like, I spent 20 minutes with you, wants to kill myself, so maybe you're not the best for this, because he was just horrific.
Why? How? In what way was he horrific? Like,
sat down at the...
What were you doing? Like
playing
why did you
blackjack.
meet him? Oh.
So playing Jack's in his casino. Him, his mate, me, maybe 18, 19. And he just started picking on me. Just started like bullying me, like having a go at me. And I'm like, all right, mate. Like, first it'll be £5 stakes, because he's obviously doing like £200 a go. And
Well, also, like, if you're Chris Kirkland, surely you got to realize that, like, people know who I am.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. But then, like,
You're not just an anonymous knobhead.
yeah.
Did he have his cap on?
No. He was just openly Chris Kirkland, and he's just being a bellend. And his mate was all right, because his mate, after a while, was like,
All right.
all right, let's leave it now. He's walked over, he started picking on him.
Yeah.
And then I started giving him it back then. And then his mate started laughing, and then Chris he got a big cob on then. And then he was like, he started betting every other box to get rid of me then. Like, basically, he's basically...
Play at the game.
Basically betting every box to go to the croupier. Well, I'm playing the whole thing, so... Like, and so like, basically waiting for me to run out of money so we could just bet that box and be like, fuck off, you. But yeah, it was just horrific.
Yeah.
It's the only time I've ever had a bad like, sort of...
I have zero, like, anything about Chris Kirkland. Like, I could have gone my entire life without ever hearing that name again, and I would have been fine.
It's just, he's just been popping up lately, because there's loads of mental health stuff now.
I've not seen it.
I remember thinking, you're probably, because you were a knobhead, you probably ruined your relationships with everyone, and now you're like...
Well, I've got no friends.
Not yet. Like, Joey Barnes going to do it, isn't he? Joey Barnes going to... He's going to go down the mental health route soon.
Either that or God, they find God.
Yeah, like Letizia. Letizier's found God.
But Letizia is at least funny. Like, whatever it is, it's quite sad, but it's also quite funny.
Yeah.
Like, because it's so... like, the conspiracies are so, like, mad.
Yeah.
Like, he's going through, like, anyone could suggest a mad thing to him and gone, like, I've heard, or they don't want you to know, and say anything. And just the way his brain is right now, you'd be like,
probably, I can see that.
I'm not surprised about that.
I quite like the fact Letizier's isn't attacking anyone, though, really.
Yeah.
It's like Joey Barnes coming and going, like, he's just like, it's all corrupt, it's all bullshit.
Yeah. And I can see how you can get, I can see how you get to that place where you're like, you see a couple of things go wrong, you read a few things, you watch a couple of videos, and then you're like, you can't trust anyone.
Yeah.
I can't trust anything to say to you.
But there must be a certain point where you're like, because you see, like, Letizia and then Ricky Lambert, and you'd be like, surely your lives are sound enough.
Yeah, you don't need this.
So you don't, like, you can understand the way people who are having a hard life go looking for reasons why their life's hard. It's like, why?
Like,
what are you looking for?
But once the football dries up and once the TV dries up, like you need to find meaning, don't you? And it's hard not to feel like that feeling of being relevant.
Yeah,
you probably still need that a little bit.
Yeah, you need. Yeah,
there's that video where a fan meets him and he's like, oh yeah, the thing is, Matt, it's these masts, it's these 5G masts is what's doing it, mate. And it's like a Curb Your Enthusiasm, like Letitia's just there going, what have I done? Like, sort of created a monster essentially, because this guy's going off on this massive conspiracy theory. And Letitia's going, yeah, well, yeah, that's them, isn't it? Yeah. Oh,
that's the thing.
Can't trust him.
I wonder how much of it is a case of he's now developed an audience that he's scared to lose.
Yeah.
Because it's like
just got to double down for him.
A lot of it was like the government. A lot of it was COVID stuff. It's a bit like, oh yeah, you can sort of understand the argument. Where it's now gone down of like he's a bit like, I've just got to accept everything now. Like you said, anyone said anything to me, I just got to go possibly. Yeah. Because the minute I say no, that's silly, then I've got to accept. People are going to go, why aren't you accepting your stuff silly? Yeah. So I've just got to sort of accept. Like, okay, yeah, fair enough, sort of thing. It's like when people argue about like religion, going like, "Are their religion stupid?" It's like Bill Burr said it about you can't laugh at Scientologists and say you're a strong Catholic sort of thing, because at the end of the day, theirs is sillier than yours. You got to accept that they're religious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's the flying spaghetti monster, isn't it?
What?
That's like remember the flying spaghetti monster? That was
I've heard the thing.
fake religion that people would say that they ascribe to.
Right.
And the idea is that you ascribe to something that's so ridiculous.
And then you're like, well, why can't I believe that?
Yeah, why can't I?
Yeah, if you all believe, yeah.
Do you think it's so? Yeah, that's good because do you think it's a lot easier for people like Laetitia and Barton? Maybe Barton less so to fair. Let's focus on Laetitia.
Barton's not being. Yeah.
But Laetitia, if you think like a cult hero for many Southampton fan, well, respected
and
footballer,
football fan as well.
Yeah.
and uses that platform to.
And
But do you think that appeals?
Create an actual cult.
Yes, and do you think that appeals more to like football fans who are because like Neville Southall does loads of lovely stuff. He drives a minibus and then helps children like with autism and stuff. Like but that kind of I don't know what the word is like. Not a lot of vocalness, whereas opposed to like Laetitia's crowd of those football fans are easy to rile up. I don't know. It's a sort of like a right. Wing bias
but I
to
also
it,
see
maybe.
what Laetitia does that's quite harmless in a way that what Joey Barton isn't.
yeah, well, Joey Barnes is sort of he's trying to stoke things up, really.
Yeah.
I think the thing with Joey Barton, he's attached himself to Laetitia in that a little bit, and I think he is somebody who's just trying to attach himself to anybody who looks disillusioned because he's just dying to create an audience outside of people who think he's clearly a wanker. So he is attacking everywhere. So he's like, oh yeah, COVID was bullshit, and also women can't play football. It's like whereas Laetitia was very much.
And the thing is that Venn diagram probably there's a lot of people in that Venn diagram.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, you're probably going to get a lot of men who are angry, who are going to be like, well, yeah, of course he's fucking right.
If you're on the left and like you might whatever the left wing beliefs are or whatever, or the current liberal beliefs or whatever, you might subscribe to like 8 out of 10 of them. But those two that you can't really say anything about them because everyone just starts shitting on you.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah. I don't know about that. I don't know. I'm not sure about that one.
Whereas, but
then you just got to shut your mouth. You just got to shut your mouth and go along with it, though.
That's the thing. That's what I think. Laetitia, the worry he has now is because the whole COVID thing, you're probably quite accepting of.
Yes.
Yeah, it was so corrupt. It was so ridiculous. Yeah, you probably are right to even question the vaccine's probably fair enough. But the problem with it's now 5G masks and aliens, and you're like, I've just got to nod along.
It's got to be David Icke.
I've just got to nod along now.
Whereas Barton, there's an element of like,
I just think
I
you can see what he's doing. I feel Barney is just trying to throw enough shit and see who comes with him on it.
This is probably in a room somewhere talking to his like whatever. Like, the government 5G mass and whatever. And then someone's probably gone up. Yeah, and who controls the banks? Let's let's no, we're not. Let's not do that. Back to aliens.
Aliens control the banks. Anyway, let's move along.
Sure, that's better. That's better.
Lizards, all the lizards.
Yeah, lizards. Yeah.
It's like fucking Gringotts or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
Harry Potter.
Oh yeah, but the thing is, when it's pointed out, you're like, oh, it's a bit on the nose that. Because when you're watching it, I just take it at face. Oh, like goblins, goblins. All right, so because goblins are going to do something in this world, and they're looking after the banks. Cool. And then when you see it on TV, and then you're like, something in your brain's going, and then when someone points it out online, like 10 years later, you're like, oh. Shit.
Yeah.
The Phantom Menace is like that as well.
It's like
it's like a massive cipher for George Lucas's.
Oh yeah,
like
the accents alone, like Jar Jar Binks' fucking accent.
The trades people at the beginning. Are all,
what's this?
It's the Phantom Menace.
Go on.
Yeah.
There's 10 minutes. It's like first 10 minutes is this like trade negotiation.
Yeah.
Which, everyone.
Everyone can relate to.
This is the flying fella.
The Watto, not Watto, no. But I'll come on
the
to
one who owns
Watto.
Anakin.
Yeah, and he literally goes at one point during the film. But there's these tradesmen.
Yeah, but that's just a classic negotiation technique.
There's
That's not a sign that to anyone.
That's Jewish for haggle.
There's these bureaucrats who are voiced by white British actors, but are doing like Chinese, Southeast Asian accents.
Oh yeah, the guys who Anakin kills at the end of the third film.
Yes,
yes, the one who Palpatine is two-siding.
Yes.
Yeah. And
then then it moves on to like Watto, and then there's Jar Jar. It's just like it doesn't look good, mate.
Yeah,
it doesn't look good.
Pointed out.
But he did give us a black Jedi with a purple lightsaber. And therefore,
Finally,
I'm willing to overlook everything else.
Why is it so important that he had a purple lightsaber?
Because he asked for one.
Yeah.
Right.
He literally asked for one, and then went, all right.
I think he was like, if you're hiring me, I'm not having a blue and green. I'm not blending. I'm not just going to blend in with the rest of the Jedi and have a blue and green lightsaber. Because in the final battle, it's just a wave of Jedi, like blue and green. Everyone's like, I want to stand out.
Blue, green, bad guys, red. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like, there's no other black Jedis. You are going to stand out. It doesn't matter what colour your lightsaber is, mate. They're going to see your black head.
Right. I'm glad that it's known that he asked for it though, because I would immediately go, that's racist.
No, yes,
Give the black guy
Give the black guy the purple
because he wants to be
lightsaber.
like,
because purple black guy.
he wants to be one of those like those good, what they call like an anti-hero.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm not good, I'm not bad.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
neutral.
You want to be one of those guys.
Like one of the detectives who break the law.
But you know what? Like everyone goes on about a Phantom Menace and how like bureaucratic heavy it was, and like talking about the trailer, and like no one wants to watch Star Wars for this. Do you keep with the TV shows?
Yeah, I've watched a couple of them.
So did you watch the one that was the prequel to Rogue One?
Oh, the Andor.
Yeah. That was just 13 episodes of politicians chatting shit.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it. But I was like, well, why are we fucking all having a go at Phantom Menace then? Because we're watching 13 hours of this.
That's true. That's a very
We're
good point.
just cabinet office meetings. It was the people going, at one point, you know what they're robbing? They were robbing the salaries of the stormtroopers.
Right.
And so in the background, they were chatting about the salaries and like the tax and all that. And I'm like, I'm watching it going, if you've got an IMDb or whatever, this is rated really highly. How can we not enjoy Phantom Menace? In retrospect now.
Yeah,
maybe it's their fans watching
Yeah,
that
maybe
thinking...
those kids are grown up going, this is what Star Wars is about. The bureaucracy.
Finally, my Star Wars.
Watching it, I'm like, yes.
Finally,
I've always wondered what the Stormtroopers get paid.
But it's quite interesting though, because it's like,
I'd love to know Stormtroopers went on strike.
the Emperor controlled the entire galaxy.
Union.
Yeah.
And the galaxy is like, you know how it is to control this country the size of Britain. It must have been a bureaucratic nightmare.
Yeah.
And that show just gives you a little insight into like how tricky it would be. And it's for a nerd like me, I'm like, this is fascinating.
Even Putin,
fascinating.
as much as the bad stuff Putin does now, he has to run some level of politics.
Yeah, you have to go to like cabinet meetings and talk about tax and trade.
Yeah, it's just not along and be like,
thousands of Toys R Us being gutted because children are buying a Star Wars themed receipt spike. Thinking, this is it. If I'm going to do my tax return.
Well, it'd be shaped like a lightsaber, wouldn't it? The spike that you put its stuff on.
and
oh, they definitely exist.
Yeah, it's great. But yeah, I think the hype of like it had been so long since there'd been a Star Wars, like 20 years that everyone was like, this is gonna be great.
Also, they were really horrible to the kid, weren't they?
Yeah,
that kid left acting.
Jake Lloyd.
Well, Anakin did he?
Yeah, the kid. Yeah, they were horrible. Like grown ups, like grown up critics, were like horrible to him.
Oh, do you mean the people like movie reviews and stuff?
Yeah. Just a kid, isn't it? It's not his fault that he got the role. It's George's fault.
Yeah, it's not his fault the role was terrible and the writing for him was fucking terrible. It's not his fault he had to say yippee every 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It's not his decision, is it?
What did they want?
Yeah.
That's the other thing as well. I don't think any...
I think what I want out of Star Wars now, and they kind of giving it to the baby Yoda, but it's not really good enough. I want a Yoda origin story of just a planet of Yoda people speaking like that for six episodes.
Oh God, they're like having a House of Ned Flanders.
Yeah, just for 6 episodes of that.
Hell.
Just because I think it'd be so brilliant in a really shit way.
Yeah.
It'd be so shit, it'd be fucking incredible.
I'm just imagining the meme in the background.
They'd be halfway through it going, guys, this is shit.
Yeah.
But we've got to do it now. We're committed now.
And they tease Yoda for the first 3 episodes. You're like, they haven't even shown Yoda yet.
Shows like that, they usually blow their budget on the first episode and the last episode of the season. So the filler just has to be people chatting shit with each other because that's all they can afford. Walking Dead's like that.
Oh, I gave up on that. Was so shit.
Yeah, I gave up.
Walking Dead was one of the... I tell you what, Walking Dead peaked for me, that episode where Carol had to kill that little girl in the back of the head when she'd fed her sister to the zombies because she thought the zombies were her mates.
Oh, yeah.
And then she's like, come on, look at the flowers.
Yeah.
And then she was at the back of the head and I was like, this is fucking good shit.
Yeah.
This is good TV.
Yeah.
And then after that, I think you'll that it peaked there.
David Morrissey, I gave up on. After him, I thought he was great in it with Gary.
I did love fucking Bald.
It was the one with the bat with the
bat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
When they left him.
But I love him. Whatever the actor's name is, Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I love Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and I thought he was brilliant as. And you're going to say the name.
The comedian in The Watchmen. No.
Yes, but what's the character's name in The Walking Dead?
Negan.
Yeah.
What was the back called?
Negan was a good
Lucille.
character.
Lucille, yeah.
And turned out to be his wife's name.
Yeah.
Lucille was his wife's name, wasn't it? It's
That old bat.
Down the lens.
Then you can zoom in like that guy at the fucking office. That old bat. You carry on, guys. I'll be right here if you need me.
I was at
I love Negan, yeah.
Carl Porter's.
So you met the office, you met the...
I was at Carl Porter's wedding last week.
Still blows my mind.
What was that like?
That's a job.
It was like the whole sort of Manchester comics there, and it was like an Edinburgh party, but there was no pressure of like having to try and
smooth.
Right, or look over your shoulder going, yeah, Rob, how's how's your show going?
Exactly, yeah. Or worry about your show. It was just literally just a lovely atmosphere. And they did their first.
Oh yeah, my show's going well, and you can see like you're dying from inside because that's not the answer you wanted.
Yeah, 4 stars.
I'm having a great time. I'm not seeing my posters full of stars, mate.
And I just didn't expect this kind of feedback. It's so good, isn't it?
They did their first dance.
Yeah.
And then out of the corner of my eye,
the first dance was choreographed to be the same dance
that Neil and his girlfriend doing not his girlfriend, sorry, Martin Freeman's girlfriend doing the office. And then in the corner of my eye spotted like, I went, no way. And the David Brent impersonator came out and did all the and then I chewed his ear off for 3 hours, and it was the best.
Yeah,
he just
didn't come out of character once, did he?
He did eventually.
He's like, fucking leave me alone, lad.
Yeah.
Stop with the questions, please.
Because I was giving him quotes, and I was like chucking in a couple of like obscure ones, and he would just kept like batting them away. I was like, yes, get it.
He's giving you the reply.
Yeah. And
I love the way you were testing him on his office knowledge.
Let's see how good this
call
is.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's see if you can pull it with the Allen test.
20.
I had alpacas at my wedding.
What?
Alpacas.
Alpacas?
Llamas.
Yeah.
Those little llamas. That's what I had at my wedding.
Alpacas.
Instead of a David... I didn't know David Brent impersonate was an option.
I didn't know.
I'm tempted. It was great because there was 20 of us just stood around him in the palm of his hand, like he was merging it for like.
Everyone was vibing, loving it.
Yeah.
Well, Nonny's like, this is new. This is. Like,
yeah, and then he went, oh, comedians, but he went. I couldn't do what you do. I don't think. No. All it is, stand-ups. And he was doing that for ages, and I was like, oh, it's getting a bit weird. And then
Just imagine, you're the kind of go on.
Oh, yeah.
Go on.
This is great.
Just touch it, David, please. Touch it.
He goes, I've got one for you. Yeah, 2 dragons. You like it? 2 dragons in a bar. Everyone goes, why is it so hot in here? The other one says, shut your mouth. We were all like,
you know what though?
It was
it's actually a good joke.
It was.
No, technically,
insane.
it's a good
It
joke.
works,
Technically,
yeah. But
I don't know if it is a joke or not, but it's a good joke though.
I've been here before.
As someone who doesn't write jokes, I can appreciate a good joke.
And I've been here before with Chris Finch. Bloody good rep.
Yeah, was he referencing people from The Office?
Yeah.
Interesting.
When they played Jump, we jumped. Played Twist, we twisted. Then they played Come On Eileen, and we got kicked out. So his problem, he takes everything literally. And we were all like, this is fantastic.
You would also make a good David Brent impersonator just based on the last
you're very good.
90 seconds.
All it is nuances. Yeah, sort of. No. Sorry, I can't do that for too long because that will.
It will stick.
Yeah.
Like pulling a face in the wind.
Like
he won't be on the train on the way home. Like,
Yeah.
How did that go? I'll let you be the judge of that when it comes out.
Yeah, it's hard to not just do it all the time.
And that's what I was saying to someone though. It's become such like this vocabulary has become such a like. Oh, I didn't want to do it. Like, people genuinely talk like that.
Yeah, sure.
When you say people,
Me.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was, and then
have you met anyone else who talks and quotes The Office the same way you do?
yeah.
I can think of one.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't. We'll
Yeah,
have to cancel the recording.
Yeah,
Yeah. The one who I met in the Starbucks and then went, shh, I'm going to sleep now, and then fell asleep.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You can just say his name; it wouldn't bother me. Well, might bother you.
But yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
I saw a Liam Gallagher tribute act in Benidorm when I
Wow.
was there, and
It's good.
it's just commitment to the bit. I was like, just do the songs, but no, in between the songs, he was like, our kid normally sings this one, but he's not here because he's a wanker.
That's good though.
Mad for it.
Yeah.
If you build in the lore of the person, that's
Yeah.
that's great.
They're like, I know
Was
that
he
character.
good at doing the songs?
I know.
Was he good at
No.
doing the songs?
Oh, he's terrible.
Oh.
But it's like, it's just funny. Just
Yeah,
how into it, like, he'd stop singing with his tambourine and just be like that at the front of the stage. Just fucking
Hair wise,
Liam so.
hair was real.
Just the wig. Just the wig.
Okay.
It was terrible. He's had the Mac on. He looked
30 degree heat.
You know when
You just want Richard
you know when you
Ashcroft.
get, you know when you get the comedian impersonators,
Yeah.
like the Peter Kay impersonators and Billy
Yeah.
Connolly impersonators.
Yeah.
Are they doing original material
No.
in that style?
No.
No.
Or are they just doing their jokes?
Just doing the joke.
Lee Lard. who
Is
I
that
believe-
allowed? Well, clearly it is, but
Lee Lard, who I
Of
believe
course,
is
mate.
the Peter Kay impersonator. I think he's gone like, oh, all right then, but I'm having a cut of whatever. Because you can't not just let someone do you and then not sort of gain
What do you mean,
anything.
Lee Lard?
Lee Lard is the guy who does Peter.
You've met him, haven't you?
Peter Kay. No, I've.
so
I've-
Peter
I've-
said I'll have a bit of that.
I reckon. I think you can't not let him.
No, because that would be like if someone was out there, like if I was at that level of someone's pretending to be me doing my jokes, I'd be like, I'm not having that.
But if you got a cut, would you not just see that as a steady stream of income?
Oh, yeah. No,
for
if I
as
got
long
a
as
cut, I
they
would.
Yeah,
No, if I
there
got a
you
cut, I
go.
would.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, if I got a cut, I would.
So I think he's gone.
Side,
I'll have a bit of
a
that.
side hustle.
Yeah, yeah.
Could you imagine you
Someone
were that big?
impersonating you?
I'd audition people.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd be like, right.
Well, that's what
I can't.
Tapeface did,
I
didn't
can't
he?
be us. Right. I'm gonna audition someone to go out there, be me.
That's what
And then-
Tapeface did.
Really?
Tapeface franchised his act.
That's so funny.
But isn't Tay Face's act based on like something dead old from like the 30s?
Probably, yeah.
Like French street theatre or something like that.
But yeah, I mean, everyone's
Yeah.
based on something, isn't it?
So how can he copyright something that's...
Well, he won,
No, as in his own act.
he won American's Got Talent,
Right.
didn't he? And
Ah, okay.
so many people were copying him that
Right.
he just franchised his act.
I'm not having
So
people
now he takes,
copying
like,
what I
corporates,
myself copied.
Takes a cut and sends one of his acts, his stable of
Wow.
Rosses.
Oh, right. Okay.
He's just got them all in a big
So-
skip. All
Like,
dressed
can the real
exactly
Slim
like
Shady
him.
please stand up?
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Well, he doesn't talk nothing, does he? So
Yeah.
it's just not like you say, the mannerisms, the nuances and the mannerisms.
Yeah.
You just have to nail that.
Yeah, yeah.
And like, if someone's a decent actor and has decent comedy timing, you could train them for a week to do your act.
Yeah. Have you seen the...
Like the Blue Man Group. It doesn't matter who you, as long as.
Yeah.
As long as you're
dressed
blue.
up- Yeah, yeah.
have you seen... Do you know the story that what happens in Hull with Richard B. Brown?
No, is there a
Do
tribute?
you know this one?
Go on.
Do you know the Hull Comedy Lounge?
Yeah.
You know they do tributes like once a month. And
Yeah. They have. They got all the best in.
yeah. So they had
All
a
the Brits.
tribute to Richard B. Brown on.
Yeah.
£25 a ticket.
Right.
Sold out.
Right.
Same night Richard B. Brown played the Town Hall. £15 a ticket. Didn't sell out.
That's mad.
That is just...
That would piss me off.
Bloody
Even
hell.
if.
At that point, I'd be rocking up going, fuck, no.
Yeah.
No, I'm not having it, no.
I'll do whatever jokes you want me to do.
The thing is, he's
Even the worst one.
probably the impersonator is probably leaning into being Roy Chubby Brown more than Roy Chubby Brown is, though.
Oh, yeah, he's well.
Yeah,
probably
exaggerating.
Well more,
Yeah.
yeah, well, you know, he's saying the P word far too often.
Yeah.
To the point where it's uncomfortable.
Whereas Roy Chubby Brown's probably
The
like,
Q
it's
word.
just got some stories
Yeah.
about what's happened in the last year.
Roy should be Brown, like Englishman, Irishman, Scotsman jokes, and he's like, no, it's all racist. Like,
Yeah. A P, and a P go into a bar.
can't say that anymore, can you?
Oh, can't say bar anymore.
Everyone who's paid £25 and not see the real Roy. It blew my mind.
That's
I heard that.
mad, that.
But it just shows
That's
how little
crazy.
that.
But also, like,
It shows how little fans they have.
no, but also, why have the club done that?
Well, I think the club just book.
But the club surely, like, if you.
But I don't know whether it's.
But at the point that I realised that actual Roy Chubby Brown
Yeah.
is going to the town hall,
Yeah.
like, Out of respect, though.
Would you? I mean, once you started selling the show and you haven't realised, and then someone tells you 100 tickets in that you should be around in town hall, you go. Well, I would say to myself. Firstly, I'd say to myself, well, there's no way we sell out and he doesn't, so we'll just get the people who couldn't get tickets.
Yeah,
It was the other way around.
And it was literally the other way. It was so mad. But it just shows though, there's a certain audience of people who don't really care about the act or the comic. It's just they want the night sort of thing.
Or did they know?
Yeah, they might not know themselves.
Because sometimes people, like the amount of times people who follow me
you
will message me on Instagram the day after I've done a tour show in their town and gone, oh, when were you in Birmingham? I've been fucking advertising this for 6 months.
Yeah.
I get people the message, we must come and watch you when you're on. And then you go, yep, here I am. And then they go, 2 blue ticks. But I didn't see you in the audience.
You get double
that happened
ticked.
to me. Someone I reserved someone when I was doing Edinburgh Fringe. I reserved someone a ticket. They didn't turn up, and I messaged them afterwards. Went, did you enjoy the show?
Did they
Nothing.
lie?
Nothing.
Ignore
Didn't get
that.
anything
Fair
back.
play.
Bastards.
What if these had got back and said no?
Yeah.
That's why I left it
I
early.
had to swap seats. Sorry. Oh,
Did the alpacas do anything with you, wedding?
Yeah, they had bow ties on.
wow.
And
that's
they
Why
were-
did you call
that's
them alpacas,
awesome.
by the way? Is that
I said
just-
alpacas.
I just thought you said
No, I
Packers.
definitely said alpacas.
I thought you were
Packers
trying to
is
say-
You wanted me to do.
I
You
think-
wanted me to do that.
No,
Because
I
that's
like
all I heard was Packers. I was like,
Alpacas,
what? Hold on,
probably
no.
'cause
I like that.
I'm not
Probably
having
because
this
I
test.
speak fast.
Packers is a great abbreviation for alpacas. That should be
Yeah.
fine.
Just call them
Like
that.
I've got 2
call them-
Packers.
call them the Green Bays. I had a couple of Green Bays at the wedding.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were good.
with bow ties on.
Yeah, bow ties on. Because my wife loves animals, and when we went
Yeah.
to view the place, she was like, "Oh, I think they might have alpacas around here." And I just went, "Shut the fuck up!" I clocked it in my head,
Yeah.
and then that was my wedding gift, like on the day gift to
Yeah.
her. And then we were doing the photo shoot in the grounds, and then they brought the alpacas up, and she had her back to them, so she didn't know.
Yeah.
And then they got dead close, and I was like, "What's that?" She turned around, she almost burst into tears. Like she loves animals too much. You know, like those people. who
Yeah,
love-
a bit weird. Like,
yeah. So she's one of them. So made it there, and then her mum was going around telling everyone that I'd bought a sheep, which was very cute.
That's nice, but terrible if you like.
Yeah.
If I'm a white man telling that story. You know, Tess had to buy his wife sheep.
Yeah, you got a couple of sheep for on the wedding. And
I thought it was the
then
way around.
because like we got to like feed them and stuff, and then the kids
Yeah.
got to pet them. Yeah, it was brilliant. And then they stayed around for a couple of hours just
Just walking around. during the
walking
party.
around, and everyone was like, "Oh."
Just mingling.
Everyone got a picture with them. Jason Manford's got a brilliant picture, like a little selfie with one of them like that. Yeah, it's funny.
I wonder whether. Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah, you're getting married
who drew
soon.
the bigger crowd, alpacas or David Brown? Did you price them up for your wedding?
I debated it and went to Lani and she went, no.
What about the David
I
Brent
do you
guy?
know what I got offered to be, and I couldn't because I was gigging on the day, but I got offered, someone messaged me and went, for Father's Day at Walkabout in Liverpool, they need an Alan Partridge impersonator. Would you do it? And I was debating and then I thought, no, I can't.
How much was they offering?
£50.
Yeah, no, you can't offer that.
I got offered
You
Father
can't.
Christmas once.
For what? How much?
£300.
It's decent.
4 hours work.
It's a gig.
Yeah, 6 till 10.
And also, could you be a grumpy Father Christmas? Where you like, is there scope for improv? Here?
Can you
No,
be a
no.
drunk Father
No,
Christmas?
you have to be like a proper nice, jolly.
The thing was at the Shankly Hotel.
Like the opposite of the Karen Cafe.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So that'd be
You
hard
have to
for
play
you.
it straight.
Man, you have to do that
Yeah,
all day, every day.
that'd be
Well,
hard.
That'd be hard, isn't it?
Gig at the Karen Cafe, there were people who were there to like for the experience, but there were a certain number of people who turned up to like, come on, like.
Yeah, but if
I
you're
want you
gigging
to
in Karen's, you got to expect.
Well,
to be
it's the thing.
heckled.
I'm not. Oh, you couldn't. I'm not like that.
Yeah.
Like,
What?
It's very hard for me to like. You were saying before about
You
when,
can't just switch it on.
yeah, like you were saying before about when, like a heckle you instantly like when I first
Yeah.
started out. I remember someone went, "Boo," and I went, "Fuck off, cunt."
Yeah.
And I was like, "There's nowhere for me to go there." Like, I've gone to 50 in the car park.
Yeah.
Like there was nowhere for me to go there.
And he was trying to shout, bartender,
Yeah,
another
yeah,
round
yeah,
for
yeah.
me and my friends, please.
Brilliant. Thanks for Fuck off, cunts. And I was doing the gig, and there was this lad with his family, because they let everyone feel like there were like kids there as well. I was like, surely this is
Not ticketed at all.
No, there's this lad just sat there like that.
So have they organised the gig, like Karen's?
No, I think the I think Kyle had organised the gig and it had been advertised by them, but there was nothing about like.
Yeah, Karen's booked it and paid for it.
Yeah.
Right, but there's no crowd control.
But there's no like,
No, there
I think because I'm not sure it's a franchise. Is it a franchise on that Karen's?
Yeah, I think there's a couple.
So I think if the managers get like licensed to do what they want.
Yeah, put events
so
on.
they can put events on and stuff. So like they've gone, comedy will work because
Yeah, sure.
that's we're funny, aren't we?
Yeah,
like
they'll do like award ceremonies for companies and
Yeah.
stuff as well. You know what I mean?
This lad was just like sat there, like teenager. Everyone was like responding to them, and he was just sat there going. I really winded me like I was like, "Are you all right?" He goes, "Yep, fine, mate. You?" And he's only like 12. I was like, "Wow, all right, fucking hell."
Yeah.
Kept going back to him like, "You all right?" He goes, "Like, so what do you do? Like, what do you do? What panics?
What's he just easy
Yeah,
to?
you went, none of your business, pal." And I went, okay. And I went, like, humour me for a minute. Like, what's your favourite subject at school? And he went, none of your business, pal. None of your business. I was like, oh, fucking hell. And then I was like, right, I've got to do something.
Yeah.
I can't not just like. And then I asked him again. I was like, who you here with? And he went, none of your business. And his mum and dad was like,
Yeah.
and I went, it's something that's none of your business, pal. Yeah. You know, Santa, he isn't real. And then his face just went, and they obviously hadn't told him. And it was quite funny because he built up this hard exterior. And I went, you know, Santa, not real, mate. And everyone went, oh, and his face just went,
Oh wow!
Yeah,
and then I went, see you later, guys. And his parents were like,
Did he cry?
Brilliant.
tears
Well done, Jay.
streamed down his face. Thank you very much.
Well deserved.
So,
Was you happy with yourself?
I did walk away thinking like, I've ruined his childhood a bit there. But at the same time,
But
I was
like, if he was 12/teenage age,
yeah.
that's not your
You
fault.
had to know, yeah.
And
You
you've got to know. I knew, but I knew.
got to know by you leave
I
primary
knew.
school.
Yeah. But his face just went.
And it
I
was
think you need to learn by the time you leave juniors, like infant school. You know, go from lower to uppers.
So year 2 to year 3.
Or or that kind of
That'd be
that kind of 7, 8 kind of age.
My
I
mum
reckon you
did
should know
that.
by then.
Year 6 to 7, my mum went, behave yourself, have a good first day. Santa isn't real. See you later. And it was
See
just
you at
all,
tea time.
but it was like, I'll give him all that information now. And I was like, well, I've got to deal with it. I
Just
can't
process it all the way.
breaking down on my induction day going, I just can't believe it. Yeah.
Tooth Fairy and Easter Bunny didn't get
Bunny,
mentioned.
Fairy,
Well,
all
it's
the
just-
others.
Santa's not real, neither is all the other shite.
Yeah.
Carry on.
I
There
knew
you
the
go.
tooth fairy was unreal and still put my tooth under my pillow. Because you never know that.
Well, that's it. You play a game at one point where you're like, if I don't let them know that I know Santa's not real, the Tooth Fairy's not real, then it stops. So
Yeah.
there's like a fear of losing.
No, we didn't have the thing in our house where we put money where my mum did put money in for a tooth.
so you
So that
never had a
existed-
Tooth
so
Fairy.
so we never had a tooth fairy anyway.
You just heard
But
other kids were
obviously,
doing it.
Obviously, I knew of the tooth fairy because I watch consumer TV and stuff. So I knew of its concept and its existence. So I just put my tooth under even though I knew it didn't exist and I knew what the thing was, I was like,
Just in
you know,
case.
you
Yeah.
never fucking know it.
Yeah, fair play.
Yeah.
My mum kept all my teeth. Still got
That's
them.
weird.
She's still got them.
That's
It's
what?
fucking
That's
mental.
fucking weird.
We went round the other
Actually,
week.
got all your siblings' teeth as well.
It's the only child.
Only child.
That makes sense now.
We went round to do
It's less admin that.
something borrowed, something.
I might keep them all the same job. Forget who's who's. Here's all your teeth. Figure it out amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
If you leave the Monopoly piece,
Yeah.
pick one out of here. Pick one out of here.
We're doing the whole like trying to get photos and stuff, and
Yeah.
she was like, "Oh, I've got something. I've got something blue, mate." No, come on now, that's crass. Looking through the box and stuff, and she was
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, just look." And I opened the pouch, and it's fuck it. I was like, "These are all my teeth," and she went, "Oh yeah, I just thought I'd keep them just in case. Just in case.
Oh.
In case what?"
Yeah, just one. She's getting going, and your dad's going, "What are you doing, Mary?" I called her Mary.
That's okay.
One day he'll get married. He'll want him back.
yeah. They want to
That's
make
it,
a
though,
necklace for his bride, as is tradition
What
in our
does she think
family.
you're going to do with them?
I'd put them in the bin.
Straight away, just
Yeah.
like, it's...
Yeah.
Have you told her?
Yeah, I told them I don't want them. She's like, "Oh, that's a
No, but have you told her you put them in the bin?
Yeah, well, she's not giving them to me, I think, for that purpose. She like withheld them and went, well, when you do want them, like, yeah, but you don't know if you are going to give them. It's weirder, I think, if you hang on to them, you give them back to their owner.
Yeah.
But then it looks weird, like, well, I wouldn't say it at the tip, like, yeah, just get rid of some teeth, mate. But like,
some baby's teeth here.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, mate.
Yeah, wait for.
Don't ask any questions. Don't hear any of your dances, mate.
yeah, molars, couple of molars. What are the other ones? Canines. Yeah.
I'll just say what that kid said. None of your business,
Yeah,
mate.
none of your business, mate.
Couple of
Tooth
kids.
fairy isn't real.
Couple of kids' teeth. Couple of wisdom teeth. Well, that took out as well.
Just found it really weird. It's like, well, you know,
Can they use teeth for anything? Like, can they recycle them and make them into anything?
probably like jewelry.
False
You can defo
teeth.
get like.
What? You say probably like jewelry.
Well, she mentioned, she was like, oh, I was like, if you wear earrings of my teeth, that is mental. So yeah. So I put the kibosh on the teeth.
But you know they're there somewhere.
Yeah. So I might just have to.
It'd be like when Billy Bob Thornton and Angelina Jolie used to wear vials of each other's blood
Yeah.
around their necks.
Yeah.
That was like.
I'm not into that, but I kind of get it in a weird way. Like I'm like, it's not that I wouldn't be going in for that, but I get it.
I'll have a
Like,
laugh
sort
at
of
it.
like in a kinky kind of
Carrying
way.
a bit,
I'm like,
bit of you
yeah,
with me.
yeah,
so-
I understand that a little bit.
And
Seems a lot like
in
hair
an
or something.
emergency transfusion.
I don't think it's that, but yeah.
Here you go.
Useful.
Yeah.
You meet a vampire and like, don't bite me. I've got something for you.
I've got a little aperitif.
Yeah.
You know.
I've got a shot for you.
Yeah.
And the one thing they don't need a pair of teeth. Yeah.
And if you enjoy that, I'll tell you where he lives. Just leave me alone.
James Allen, pair of teeth.
I can't. You should get them
Braces.
though.
Twang.
Can you?
Little bit
I
too
want
hard.
to give them on your wedding day.
Imagine. Well, if there's something borrowed, Jazz borrowed them. From
You should give them. You should get them off your mum on your wedding day and give them to your bird
Yeah.
in your speech. Just in your speech,
Just
being
hearing them all
like,
clatter on the table as you
just
drop
being
them.
like, love you so much, love
Yeah.
how much you love me.
Just clutch them on the what? Just
yeah.
clutch them.
Just
right.
if you're wondering what you like, everyone always says, "Oh, you marry you marry a woman like your mother," and just if you want to know what you've got to live up to, just put the teeth in front of it and be like,
Yeah.
that's the kind of love I
You
expect.
should. I think.
confetti.
Have you thrown
Like
teeth?
confetti.
Have you thrown teeth away, or have you got them?
No, his mum won't give them to them.
Okay, so
because-
I think what you should do with the
throw them away.
teeth is just Google what you could make out of teeth. Like you could make like maybe a pair of dice or some sort of ornament, and then give it to your mum. I'm like, there you go, mum.
Yeah.
That could be nice.
Your
'Cause
Honour.
it
one of them-
clearly means something to her.
them teeth that clap, you just
Oh yeah.
you want to have like a real
Yeah.
version of them.
Yeah. Because they clearly mean something to her. She doesn't want you to throw them away. So be like, I'm going to repurpose them. The 2 dice now. There you go.
Two
Because it's
dice.
one thing, like, don't you? If the lock of hair, people
Yeah.
keep, don't they? That used to.
I think my wife's kept a lock of hair from the baby.
Yeah, but
His
that's
first haircut.
it's
I
another.
think I don't know for definite, so
It's another thing to.
I hope she hasn't.
But then also, like, nothing means anything, does it?
Not really.
Really?
No.
No.
And to be fair, I wasn't as shocked as like I just went, oh, all right.
Yeah, no, nothing. I'm not. Are you asked what happens when you? Is it like? Is it a religious thing of what has to happen with your body or not?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
With
big,
me,
big,
so
big,
I,
big time.
so you know, if you die abroad, it costs $5 to bring your body back.
Does it?
Well, in Spain, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So like when I was in Benidorm,
Even if you got insurance?
I don't
guess
know.
you know,
I don't know.
death
If
and-
I'm not going to insurance.
you know
am I?
death
It's
insurance,
too hard.
innit?
It's hard, aren't
I'd love like a crowdfund.
Well, I just said to me, bird, don't bring me back. Just get me burnt over there and then bring me back in hand luggage.
But you know how people crowdfund.
Like if I just bring one, just get me burnt and then one of the lads can bring me back in hand luggage. Don't pay £5 to bring me back.
And don't pay for extra baggage as well to put it in the hand luggage.
Yeah. Make him put it in his bag.
Yeah, make him wear a jacket.
Yeah.
Make him wear an extra jacket to make space.
It'd be funny if the crowdfund video was like, you know, people crowdfund like an independent film, but it's to get you. Hey guys, so we're nearly there. We nearly reached our target. But what's in it for you? Well, if you pledge £20, you get like a little portion of the ashes or something.
You get a finger.
Yeah, you get a personalised message from the widow saying
yeah.
thank you.
£5 get you a tooth.
Yeah. £5 mad though. I don't see. Then that questions to me whether or not people would go. Do you know what? Just
No, see.
Well, that's what I mean. That's why I say you just bury me and bring me back yourself.
So in our religion, you're meant to get buried very, like your funeral's meant to be happen very quickly.
Yeah.
So
Is that a religious thing or a cultural thing?
no,
Because I know in
religious-
Egypt's the same. But
Yeah,
you
no
know,
religious thing. So you're
Right.
meant to get buried, like you're meant to like your funeral is meant to happen very, very quick
Yeah.
after you die. So really, in our culture, you should just get buried where you die.
Right. So
But but like sentimentally, like I don't want my dad buried in fucking Spain.
yeah, so, yeah, right.
Because visiting the graveyard is also a thing in our culture.
Yeah.
And you're like, how often am I going to be in Seville? Do you know what I mean?
Suppose you could be like, you could look at it going, well, it's an excuse to buy a holiday home there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a few holidays. If we leave them there, that's a holiday,
yeah,
you're guaranteed.
It's incentive
Yeah.
to get back there every year.
And it's got to be buried. It can't be lit, no?
No.
Nice.
That's the Hindus.
Right.
Yeah.
What happens if you're lit? Does your spirit go to hell?
No, I think, no, because it's not your fault, is it? I think it's on the people who do it. So, because if you die, then it's not on you, is it?
Right.
Yeah.
But it's on the people who then.
Is
do
there a
that.
belief of like, if you're buried without, is it just a belief that like you go with your body as well, sort of thing? Even though your body stays, but like,
we have a thing like, so on the day of judgment,
yeah,
you rise,
yeah, right.
so therefore
Yeah.
your body should be intact.
Yeah. Because my grandma had the thing where she was like, when she had breast cancer, she didn't want her breast taken off. She'd rather just die of breast cancer and have a breast. Like, sort of thing.
Wow.
Just didn't, because I think she was like 80 odd.
Ah.
I think she was just a bit like, I'd rather just be intact and die.
fair.
It's or have another 8 years of this.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, fair enough.
Speaking of death,
Yeah, where were you last
Go on, tell
weekend?
us about your gig.
Back to Karen.
my mum went, oh yeah, there's this card that my biological father's
Yeah.
mum, my nan.
Yeah.
So I was meant to give you this because a next door neighbour wrote it for you to sort of help you get over it because I couldn't go to the funeral.
It has his teeth inside.
And
Sorry,
dentures.
I've skipped a bit. Who's wrote the card?
My nan's next door neighbour, who we call, Nancy was an auntie. Auntie
Yeah,
Brenda,
sure.
no longer with us.
Sure.
Whose fun fact at her funeral they played like a techno version of a hymn.
Whoa.
Yeah,
By accident.
no, on purpose because her grandchildren were part of the Sunday service, and one of their tasks was to make like the Sundays, and they made like a
Right, try to make it more
remix
hip.
of
Wow, they
Give
did
Me
a
Oil in My
remix for Nan's funeral.
Give me oil in my
Remix.
lamp.
R.I.P. mix.
Not-
Keep me
Come
burning.
by, my lord.
So go on,
And,
she got a letter off
So,
your
so
nan's.
she wrote this for you as like a way of being at ease with, but she went, I forgot to give it to you, but you can have it now. I was like, oh, okay. And
So your nan's neighbour
yeah,
has written a letter for you.
yeah, to say like, it must be very upsetting given what's happened, but
What's happened?
my nana died. But
Right.
it's
Okay.
like, I just want you to know that she would have thought of you X, Y, Z. Like it was over. It was
But
like a
you
nice.
haven't met, there's nan you not met? Or you're not seeing for years?
No, I knew my nan.
Oh,
I
right.
just didn't go to.
The neighbour knew he'd be upset, so he just written a letter to be nice.
yeah.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you didn't go to the funeral because you didn't want to see your dad.
This has taken a lot
Yeah.
of questions to get to the bottom of what's going on.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's going to be worth it. But we'll see. We'll see.
Go on.
We'll see. And in it, it's always nice things like, oh, she'd want you to be happy. And then it said, she'd always want you to follow the motto, and I kid you not, work hard, play hard.
Whoa. Work hard.
Good
play
advice.
hard.
And it was like, if your nan would see today, she'd tell you the words, work hard, play hard.
Nice.
A philosophy that I haven't really adopted.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just
I've
thought,
worked hard. Not necessarily.
like, it was really
played
weird
hard.
that, like, why would you be so aware of that, like, phrase and impart it on me as, like,
He just probably thought, I need someone to say here.
yeah.
Yeah.
I need someone to say, what can I say?
Either that or was one last dig at your nan for being a terrible neighbour, dead loud,
Yeah.
always partying, being like, right, well, they were nice enough, hard to goal, but they were very,
Yeah.
very
They-
noisy.
yeah. But they
So
weren't.
I'm gonna have a
But I
last
just
little
thought it took me out of the sentimentality of it all because it was like 15 years ago that might have been like a kind of business mindset, like work up. Whereas now it's like been like you said that song.
Yeah, work hard.
Yeah.
Well, it
I
makes
just-
me think of that Simpsons
I would be reading, I
episode.
thinking, you just call me Nana Slag. That's what
Yeah.
you just done.
Yeah.
You just called me
Yeah.
Nana
Yeah,
Slag.
yeah.
You basically said she's a slag, but she had the heart of gold. That's what
Yeah.
you've just done.
In many ways, yeah. Well, one day
Who knows?
when I'm up there.
Why did you
I
say
like that.
biological dad at the start of the story?
Because his dad, famously, his dad ran out on him.
Yeah, I've been
But
on
what
this.
was that got to do with the story, though? You started the story going biological dad, and
Yeah,
then,
I think you
moved on to a
I
letter
think it's to
from
explain why he wasn't at the funeral.
your nan's neighbour.
'Cause most of our listeners will know.
Yeah,
So it explains why he wasn't at the
I
funeral.
don't want to. And this isn't a brag, but I've been on this podcast 20 times.
Yeah.
Primarily because where the studio used to be, I was a 10-minute drive away from.
Right, so
hence
you
the
were-
Easy dropout.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the David Fair Club.
Super sub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all our audience will know is that. So the story.
Okay.
So that was
So
like a little.
explain straight away why he's not the
It
funeral.
was like a little Easter egg for the
Yeah,
because they've probably got withdrawal symptoms and not been on it for so long.
Yeah.
They are
a little,
about the James Allen
a little
War.
callback for the
Yeah.
loyal.
all the patrons in the community. Everyone get onto that.
Yeah. That Deadpool 1878 guy.
He's
who
not a
he is.
patron, but
Is he not? Oh,
he's
right,
avid fan though.
He'll love that.
Won't part his money, the prick.
What no.
Part of your cash there, Pearl. I had my nan's funeral recently, and that was just a lovely reminder of where I come from.
What, like being humbled by people?
Just like we carried the coffin in, and my cousin was live streaming it on TikTok.
Fucking hell, Rob.
Wow.
Phone as we're going down the aisle, just live streaming it on
Any
TikTok.
filters on?
I don't know. I've not watched it.
Who was live streaming?
Oh,
it?
no,
Like,
no.
Whose account was live streaming?
Fucking real
I
Linux in the
assume it was her
background.
account. I don't know. I'm like, I just know that's what was
Live
happening.
streaming my nan's funeral.
There was two.
When you live stream your nan's funeral,
There was two angles. Someone had a tripod. And she was doing
Multicam.
multicam.
when you drop the coffin
So
at nan's funeral,
your nan has put as much effort into a funeral as this podcast does into production.
And
Please
then-
tell me there were lights.
At the funeral? No, there wasn't. No, that's the thing. There was no production value. It was just straight from phones, like
Wow.
as if like people must want to see this.
Guerrilla style.
Yeah. And then the same cousin who was live streaming it, she was meant to be given it.
Was she getting? You know, people make money off TikTok.
Yeah.
Do you reckon that's what it was? She was like, "Oh, I'll get coins for this."
yeah.
people will send gifts. It's a funeral.
That's
People
what
will send
happened.
gifts.
Yeah.
Flowers.
Maybe.
Buys a pint at Weatherspoons after this, guys.
Yeah. Put my table down.
Table
One of my wife's nephews that saw him yesterday at his funeral thing, and he was telling me I should do TikTok lives, and I was like, "Well, I'm not that arsed." He goes, "People make 10 grand a month on it. People with like barely any following make 10 grand a month on doing TikTok live just from getting coins and stuff."
People
TikTok
just
shops
want
family
stuff
message,
to watch.
Yeah.
People just want to watch
And
stuff.
the thing is, because I have no interest in watching it, I assume no one else does, but people do.
Were you like, fucking hell?
Well, I didn't, because I was carrying the coffin.
Yeah.
I didn't see immediately. My wife told me about it.
Were
and I
you
was like,
tempted to make a couple of smart remarks? People in the comments were like, "Who's that? Who's that funny? Who's that funny lad? Who's that? Whose voice was that?"
Well, it was.
All
I
the
was,
laugh
I
emojis
was
coming
cracking
through.
jokes with my brother in the back, and the other four cousins, like we don't really speak to anyway, and they don't really like us anyway. So me and my brother are cracking jokes. Going, I just lost a bit of weight here, and you can see the other cousins just fucking fuming. Like they're trying to look dead sad for the TikTok, and me and my brother go, "Fucking hell, he must have taken some water out of here." Like this is, and then. But then the same cousin who live streamed it, when we went to the crematorium to do the burning or whatever, she was meant to give a little talk, and the priest just cut it short and fucked off. And I was I was there going, I wonder if he's been told that by my auntie of being like, there's no way she's given a speech. Just we're going to tell her she's going to give one, because she was adamant she was doing something in the funeral. So I think she'd been appeased by, okay, well, before we all leave the creme, you can give a little prayer or a poem.
And if the priest cuts you
A
off,
poem. She picked up a poem. Like,
yeah, and if
that's
the
it.
priest cuts you off, there's nothing you can do about it.
I don't think she said that. So I think they said to the priest, when you've done that, just get out of there, sort of thing.
We've got a special job for you.
Because he ended it quite abruptly. It was like went out and like left us as a song played, and I was like, I think he's been told. I'd put money on him being told that, but I really hope inside me really hopes he's made a judgment call and gone, I'm not having this shit.
Yeah.
I've just gone, no chance.
I
No
take pride in my work.
Because he'd given a lovely service. Never met the woman, but it was like just dead generic but nice generic sort of thing. Like it's like, oh, you're good at this, mate. Well done. And I just thought he's probably gone, I've nailed this today. I'm not letting this go. I'm not ruining this.
Also, like, I'm not
when someone goes, hey, will you rip my mate? He's like, no. I'm like, at the end, just call it a good. Like, I'm not doing it. He's just gone.
They come to the break and goes, oh, it's my mate's birthday.
Yeah.
And you're like, and?
Yeah. Well, he's just like, yeah.
Will you bless my mate?
Probably not.
And he just stormed out.
I did it before my tour shows. I'm like, oh, it's my mate's mate. Could you mention it? I'm like, in the middle of my show.
Yeah.
Like, which bit?
I always find that, yeah. Sorry, a bit of admin, guys, before we begin.
I've
I've
only ever done it once. Some drunk woman said, can you shout out my son and my husband to their joint birthday? And I was like, oh, yeah, I will. And I had no intention of doing it. But she was also quite fit. So I just waited at the end. I just went, before we leave, someone's so-and-so.
Someone fit asked me to do something.
Yeah.
So
So-and-so's mum has asked, apparently it's your 21st. Happy birthday, mate. Normally I'd tell her to fuck off, but your mum was dead fit, so just, while you're celebrating tonight, I hope you remember I'm going to be wanking all over your man. So just left. That was the end of the show. I was like, right, if you're going to ask me to do this, I want to do it horrifically.
Jesus Christ.
But otherwise, I just want
now
to go.
put your hands together for St. Karen's Hospice. You saw 3 great acts.
We all know why we're here. Oh, let's raise money for a good cause.
That's such a the TikTok thing was such a Black Mirror response to what I think has kind of been normalized now. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like.
I can't stand people taking their phones out for like everything.
Yeah,
I hate
it's a bit like the another thing currently, that sort of a similar thing was the real Martha thing from Baby Reindeer. And nightclubs were going, we've got the real Martha at Chasers.
Oh, yeah, she's done
2
that,
for 1
yeah.
shot. It's like, and people going,
She's done nightclub
"Fucking
appearances.
hell, what is going on?
It's funny, and it glamorising stalking.
Mental.
It's just someone with someone who's clearly not right in the head.
Yeah.
And fair play. I hope she
Yeah,
makes
you could
plen-
have said that about Susan Boyle, though.
hope
They
she
still
makes plenty of
trotted
money.
her out and made money off her. That's just what they're doing. They're just
No,
saying
that was
they can make money off
that
her.
was a story.
She's a story.
No, but Susan Boyle had already released records, you know.
Before she went on Britain's Got Talent?
Yeah.
Really?
Susan Boyle was a professional singer.
Oh, right.
She's never really made it. She just like
I didn't know she'd done
she'd
proper.
done backing track and stuff for people and stuff. So she'd been sort of in the industry, and I think she'd done like church songs and stuff.
Yeah, probably in the same way like comedians get DMs
Yeah.
going, will you come on Britain's Got Talent?
So I think they'd found her and they knew exactly
Right.
how they were going to play her. They probably found her, met her, and the minute they met her, gone, oh, this is going to be even better than we ever imagined.
Yeah.
Like when they realised how eccentric she was.
Don't brush it
And
out.
like,
What's she doing now? Rest in peace.
She's not dead. Susan Boyle.
Oh, I just
Is she?
Rest in life. If she's still alive.
No, she could be. I don't know. She could.
No,
hope
I
she-
reckon if she
I
would have
hope
died,
she-
we'd
I
have
hope
heard
she's
about
She's
it.
still
hope she's-
alive.
you know she's-
She's still
We'd
I
have
hope
heard
she's
about
doing
it.
well.
You know she's
Yeah, she must be.
absolutely minted.
Good.
Yeah,
She broke America.
She must be.
Good.
Once you break it,
Yeah, and she's singing Obama's.
she broke. Once you break America, that's like 100 million guaranteed. She broke.
Yeah,
it.
good
She's-
for her. I'm happy.
And doesn't she like own like a castle in Scotland? Just lives. her
Oh,
life there.
great.
I hope she does very, very little for a lot of royalties.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I hope.
Yeah.
Oh, bless her. Oh, good. That's made me done happy. That
Who else is like that? Who you want to be doing really well?
me. Better than I'm currently doing.
You had a llama at your wedding. You're
No,
doing
that's
all
like,
right.
You got that llama money?
Yeah.
You know that
Llama
like
coin.
old,
I couldn't get a
old
dog at mine.
footballers and that. You like Stuart Ripley, who played right wing for Liverpool the 94-95 season. I don't know what Stuart Ripley is doing anymore. But that I'd like the idea that he invested his money wisely and he's doing well.
It's
I'd
like
like that.
Steve Finnan. No one ever hears of Steve Finnan
No,
anymore, but
that's
he's won
true.
very famously. He won every division there is in England and every trophy there is to win.
Yeah.
Good.
So he won every domestic trophy in every domestic division there was to win in English football.
Even the auto windscreen shield, blah blah blah.
I think
St.
so.
Johnson
I
Pink
think
Trophy
he
was
won.
called.
Leyland Daff.
Didn't he win St.
Leyland
Johnson's
Duff,
as
yeah.
well and stuff?
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
went-
he was at like.
Every division.
Oh wow.
Eventually won the Champions League with Liverpool, even though that's not domestic, but he won the
Yeah,
all
yeah,
others
yeah.
as well.
Sound.
Every but the Premier League, I think he won.
Yeah. And then he
Yeah,
went
and then
to.
he just lives in Ireland, just secluded little life on a farm.
Nice.
Just beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that.
See, like I
That's-
like stuff like that. I like. Oh,
I
that's nice.
love people reaching the top and then just stopping. I just think it's something dead, man.
You
Like,
did
that's why I prefer Brazilians over Argentinians. No offense, I know you love Messi, but like,
really?
because like Ronaldo, real Ronaldo, reached the top.
Yeah.
Ronaldinho
living his
reached the
best
top.
life.
I'm just gonna go-
Adriano.
Yeah, he went to prison, didn't he, Ronaldinho?
Yeah, but that was for a
Passport
passport.
thing. Yeah,
fraud.
no, but still,
I don't think that
it's not
counts.
nice, though, innit?
I think
It's not nice in Ronaldinho.
I don't
in prison,
count. I don't
though.
count fraud as
Cleberson.
No, but he still went to prison though.
Yeah,
Like, I
but
don't count it as a sort of that's a bad thing he did. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it's still sad to me that he went to prison.
sort of. But I don't think he was there for very long. He went to a really nice prison.
Good.
It's like doing a lollipop with a passport, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like, I
yeah,
can take you one way, but really,
Yeah.
You did something that I went to that I was like, I wish I could do that. Where
Comedy.
yeah.
oh come on.
Oh, that's nice.
Let us get it.
He's so proud of himself.
We can move each other's mics.
That was great. That
Go on,
mate.
we'll finish on this, James.
I
That's
really enjoyed that, mate. Did you enjoy any of that chubby brown? Yeah. That's funny that, but I'm gonna be like,
the story's not going to live up to it. That's ruined the story for him.
it's funny one to
That's the
Adam,
one
mate.
hook.
I know.
Because it's about me.
Yeah, I know.
It's funny one to Adam, yeah. I went.
I don't fancy little boys
I went.
without jobs.
You hosted Adidas event in
Blackburn, yes.
and because they made a pair of Blackburn
Yes.
Adidas Spezial.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, because isn't he the best collector?
Spezial.
Gary.
Yeah. Gary.
Abston.
I've forgotten his name. God.
My mate knows him. He's an
and,
Adidas.
That's sound lad though. He took me to a warehouse in London. Gary Aspden.
Aspden, yeah.
He took me to a warehouse in London, and there's just loads of Adidas shoes in there, and it's like, just take what you want.
Oh.
But I wasn't like prepared for it, so I wasn't like.
You didn't know which ones to get.
Like I wasn't like
trying to slightly Google which one.
But it was not like I wasn't. All I had was my hands.
Right.
So I didn't come with a fucking shopping trolley, which is what I should have done. And I was like, oh, I'm like, well, you're doing this. Because this is a good while ago. It was like good 8 years ago or something, and there was none in my size. I was good, but then I just started taking random shit. Started taking random stuff in my size. But I was
didn't
like,
even get like the classic Adidas, the ones that he's famous for collecting.
they weren't like dead old stuff. It wasn't like any collectibles in there.
Right.
It was just like stuff that they're selling right at the moment and stuff.
The
But
exhibition was good though. Where the
Exhibition
gig
was
was, at
amazing.
all the
It was
train. I was like,
amazing.
love that.
Exhibition was amazing.
Given a pair of train, because he said that like the thing with making like the Adidas like Munich or like the thing is because everything's like copyrighted.
Yeah.
So he's like, well, I just saw that as an opportunity to make trainers for sort of towns in England. So there's like the Kirkdale.
Yeah.
There's the Blackburn.
Because he's from there.
There's the Ardwick as well. There's
He's from Blackburn.
Yeah.
And I was given the first ever pair.
Of Adidas Blackburn. Oh wow, you still got them?
Yeah.
I just
don't
thought it was
wear
really
'em.
cool.
They're just
Really
there.
cool.
Yeah.
I've worn them like 5 times.
My mate love that.
Also because they don't go with anything.
What colour are they?
Green and red.
Right.
Oh yeah, they're difficult colours to match with stuff.
So they're green with the red stripes.
Yeah.
They don't naturally go with anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, I imagine that one day it's like, I'm gonna make you a pair of Adidas Wirrals, James. Like, yeah. Do you want to host this event? Yeah.
Adidas
Like
Brombros.
Soccer Aid for me, like that. That's it. Like a lot of my
He's-
dreams now are sort of.
Oh, soccer is a dream for me. Yeah,
Is that,
soccer is a
like
dream
just
for me.
just put me next to Clarence Seedorf.
I have soccer aid fantasies.
Yes.
So it's 40,
Yeah.
so it's, I'm on the bench because they don't know me that I'm not proper sub.
Yeah.
40th minute, someone gets injured, but they see me in training. And I've told you how bad I am, but like they gone like we'll shove him on for 5 minutes before the first half, then we'll take him off at the start of the second half. So I go on, it's a free kick. Now I do have a good left foot. It's the only thing I've got in footy is a fucking good strike.
Yeah.
So it's on my side, and I just hit it top bins. Or we're 2-0 down when I came on.
Yeah.
So it's 2-1, and then I'm out on the wing, get the ball, cross it in, Shearer's head, because obviously Shearer played for Blackburn, 2-2, and they got to leave him on. and then play the second half. Game finishes 5-5 or some shit. I get a hat trick, 2 assists, and then goes to penalties and I scored a bit of penalties.
Wow.
Penalty, literally, I have a fantasy that this is gonna happen.
I,
And by the time I play, I'll probably be 55, and I know that's gonna happen.
my dream is we ever play Soccer Aid and then to be so good that people are like, "Why? How can you never got picked up?" And then me to be like, "I've always said I was playing with players below me, and if I could just play with people who could understand the level I was at." And then I just because my dream is to be vindicated because that's literally what I've always said. I've always said to lads in the pub, going, "If any of you were on my level mentally, oh mate, I could have gone places. But because I'm not Spanish or Italian, I'm not an athlete. I've been passed by."
Are you good?
And that's why Paddy McGuinness playing on that back line with you.
What's your position?
I used to be a Marauding right back. Well, I'm a Marauding centre back, right back. That's when I was in my heyday. But
So you'd be great in a 3.
I eventually settled to centre forward. Basically, what used to happen?
One day you just went up and track
I
back.
just wouldn't go back.
Yeah, and just left you there.
Yeah. Basically,
So, kind of like Gareth Bale.
I got too unfit to run back.
Yeah. Sounds.
So they just went, "You just stay up front now," and I did. Scored a hat-trick on me first game up front, and then never look back.
I'd just love to nutmeg Ben Shepherd. And I think that wouldn't be like that wouldn't be like it wouldn't. But
Yeah.
if someone
That's
would
a
click
tipping point.
someone would.
I think what annoys me now
So I thought
about
you said that would be the tip.
I think what annoys about me about it now is like half of the guys on the World 11 are English. Or English. Because like Mo Gilligan's born in England. And he's playing for the World 11.
Right.
And I'm like, all right, maybe that's the way to get in then. I think it'd be easier for me to get into the World 11 than it would for the
So like
England 11.
Like a female comic on a panel show, they actually need them. So
Yeah, so they get them
let's
on.
fast track them.
So-
You know,
so
Tez is famous, not famous enough.
Yeah,
but we've got no.
Yeah, get on the
Yeah.
World
Asians.
11. Yeah.
The World 11.
Need more Asians. in the
I'll
World 11.
happily take a box to get on Soccer Aid.
Yeah.
The World 11 squad.
Have you
has
tried just messaging them and being like, I'll happily say I'm from.
Yeah.
You're Pakistan, aren't you?
Yeah, like I'm from Pakistan.
I will wear my Pakistan shirt
Yeah.
to the training.
Yeah.
Because the
Oh,
World
yeah.
11 squad's still quite like thin compared to.
It's still
the-
just like 3 or 4 slots left. 'cause
Yeah,
you said
I said,
I'm from New Zealand.
do you want to give an open spot a chance?
Yeah,
Room for progression.
I'm from New
Let
Zealand.
me know, Meg Ben Shepherd.
Where's the open spot Soccer Aid? Do you think?
It's happening
No, because
next month.
there's football matches on every single, charity football matches, like influencers playing each other and
Yeah.
stuff. Some are like really high level, like the one that Chunks plays and stuff.
Yeah.
But there are some that are lower level that are happening all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we've got.
There was one
going
last week at
soon.
Emirates.
Oh, we got one at the Marine.
Yeah, Marine in July.
Is it July?
At 10 a.m. We've got to be done by 12 because it needs a pitch.
Someone's organised. There's loads of Liverpool comics on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he messaged me. Yeah, he messaged me. Jack, the lad who organised, messaged me going, "Anyone you don't want on your team?" I was like, yeah. The names will remain anonymous, but I did mention a few.
I think because they like spent so much budget initially on the initial soccer race. We used to like biannually, and now
Yeah.
it's like every year. And there was a stretch from like Mike Myers,
Yeah.
I
Edward
remember
Norton,
Oh, yeah,
I
it
remember
used to
that.
be.
Woody Harrelson.
Did you remember when Brian Lara played?
Yeah,
He was fucking good, wasn't he?
I didn't-
Brian
Yeah.
Lara was good, man.
Yeah,
And then you remember that he used to play football with Dwight York, and you're like, it doesn't make sense now. Because he had that, that touch about him. You're like, oh shit.
Well, that's my dream. Like,
Right.
It's not even to like, you got specifically like score. I just want to come off the pitch and then they go, he probably could have made
I
it.
want 7 touches, 5 goals. I just happen to be.
I
I
just
just
wanna
happen
walk-
to have a great position.
I wanna walk
positional
off.
sense.
I want to walk off and them to go. He probably, because the same thing happened. What's the fella from Essex? Mark
Wright.
Wright.
But
Like,
he's in it all the time, though.
yeah, but after his first game, they were like, "Oh, he could have made it him." And he got trials.
He had trials, didn't he?
He got trials.
But he had trials when he was a kid, though, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I want. I want someone to come away. And
You want
be like,
trials at 47 years old?
No, I just wanted to go.
Oh.
He could, if the world was different, he could have made it.
Right.
Because then I feel vindicated. Because in my head, that's what I believe.
Okay. All right.
Right, James, where can we find you?
At James Allen 20. Sorry, that felt really labour intensive. Fucking hell. But no, let's be positive. You can find me at James Allen 27 on Instagram and X. Calling it X now.
There we go.
Cultures Football Podcast. Me and Fion.
That's-
Got our Euro previews coming up.
Really love you.
Are you supporting in the Euros?
Do you know what? I'm putting my money on. I'm going for Georgia.
Was that
the
my
underdog.
question?
First ever team. First ever tournament.
Is
for
that
Georgia,
who you're
sorry.
supporting?
He didn't believe they were a country before.
Really?
Georgia?
I believed they were a
He'd
country.
never heard
I
of
didn't
Georgia before.
know that they were a country. I thought it was just a state in America.
Theon scouted feature when he was young, so
Yeah.
I'm sort of going with him and like we're
Right.
both back in.
So
both back in
cultures are
Georgia.
back in Georgia.
Yeah.
Tez?
At Tez Ilyas, TEZILYAS everywhere. I'm on tour later this year, so
There's a say tour starts soon.
September 7th, and I'm in Edinburgh Fringe as well. If you want to come see me, if you're up there.
Is it the
And
whole run?
2 weeks at the moment, but I just got to play for the whole run.
A play?
Yeah, so
Acting?
yeah.
Oh.
You know I'm a good actor.
Well, I've seen it, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna.
Well, I didn't know whether you were just playing a dumbed down version of you.
Yeah, I was a bit, but you know,
We can all be ourselves, darling.
did it though. did it though, and yeah. So I might try and extend because I'm doing the back 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So now that I'm doing the whole run,
Yeah.
I might try and see if I can.
It's for fans to do the first
Yeah,
thing.
do the whole
Sweet.
do the whole thing.
Excellent. TezIlyas.com.
TezIlyas.com or at TezIlyas everywhere or
Brilliant.
in Blackburn if you want to follow me in
You
real.
just want to go and see me at home.
Yeah,
Still living in Blackburn.
yeah.
In a posh part of Blackburn now.
If such things exist, it's a new build area. So you know, like little new build cul-de-sacs.
Yeah.
One of them.
They can go one of 2 ways, can't they? All it takes is
Been
one
dead
dodgy
nice.
family.
Oh, there's been a bit. So my wife's on the estate WhatsApp group.
It's boss. Oh no, we've got a Facebook group.
Oh, so my wife's on the estate WhatsApp group, and she won't let me go on it, and it's probably not a good idea for me to run it because then they don't have my number. But there's some fucking knobheads on it. Yeah. There are some knobheads on it. So at the moment, there's a woman who's complaining about kids playing outside. Yeah. And about playing knock-door run and all that. And I just want, keep it again. My wife's phone so I can leave a voice note on it. Yeah. I'm like, I want to know where you live because I'll fucking knock-door run your house. Yeah.
We get it all the time. Knock-door run, and then they put on the group the footage of the Ring doorbell. And then, so they
could you imagine putting a grown man knocking?
But they don't like me because then I comment on it going, so you can see that's not for you then, can't you? So you haven't been bothered because you've seen them knock on the door and run away. So you haven't have to leave your couch. So why are you complaining? Yeah, because you haven't even got to the door. Nice. You've seen on your phone that they've knocked and ran away, and then they just don't answer them because they just
your bell works. What more do you want?
If we need something on the group, they need to ask a question about something. I can't ask because they hate me now because I've took the piss that much on it. So my wife has to ask, and because they'll answer her. But they know who I am now, so they hate me because they all complained about. I did this big thing on Instagram. They all complained about dog poo, which I'm fully behind it. Yeah, but I was in a playful mood, and also I'd had trouble with cats shitting on my garden. So I said, "How do we know it's not cats?" And then it just started a big kick off. Then all the cats and dog people fumed at each other.
Arguing about weight and density and colour.
Yeah. And I was goaded the whole way. And I was like, why do we set up a tax? And then we'll just pay someone to go around picking up all the poo. And anyone who owns a cat can pay for it. Because it's not fair anyone having to pick up cat poo. And then that was just the cause, the kick-off going. People going, well, I don't think that's a bad idea. And someone going, my cat only poos in its litter box. I'm telling you now.
My cat is disabled.
And I was like, if you go on my...
We've not got to that level yet. I think it's getting there.
Go on my Instagram, go on my highlights, and mate, they absolutely lost it. They completely lost it.
I don't want to put my number on there. That's the only reason I'm not on it.
So I was just faithful.
There's someone on the state owns a Ferrari, and the first time we drove it past, I was trying to convince my wife to write on the WhatsApp group. Please just write on there, whoever's got their Ferrari, could you please stop driving around because it makes my husband feel insecure. She wouldn't do it though.
Right, nice one to that.